east too.
As you approach the city, you are approaching from the north. As you can see, the bridge brought you down to where you are now entering Port Damali from the north. And actually, I will just do this because I can.
Oh,
We
boy.
have a map.
Ooh, boy, baby.
The blue rectangle at the bottom is hiding the dragon that lives underwater?
No, the blue underwater is hiding the typo that was in the book.
Is it the distance?
Yes, the distance. But
Distance.
to the best of my knowledge, I did make it so that the arrow will show somewhat accurate distance for the map.
Nice.
Bro, that's 6.4 miles right there?
Look
Yes.
at the beat it alley home.
So this
So Port
them
Damali
roofs are
is-
wacky.
Port Damali, as you pretty much get a full.
That ship is 3.6 miles long.
Okay,
You know what?
the ships, the docks are not, but for how many
You know
people?
what?
For how many people live in this city? Yes.
Artistic.
This city
Beat you
is
up.
easily 2 to 3 times the size of Nicodranus. You
Mhm.
see small slums on the side where you are. The tumble downs is where you enter the city. And let me pull up my notes so I can actually read what I
We're
wrote.
here.
Guys,
Yes.
it's only 6 miles from the north to the south.
Hey, I had to do the whole math for how many people per square mile and everything, and that's pretty much what it came down to.
No, look, Jake. 6 miles from north to south.
Jesus.
Why'd it take us so long to get here?
Port Damali is a bustling city. As you approach, you see it is easily 2 to 3 times the size of Nicodranus. When you get here, it is nearing sunset, but you hear, as you get close to the city, you hear chatter and music. It is very prominent. It's not going to be this. I try to do my best, but it's probably a little closer than this. Stop tracing the damn road, Aladim.
He wants to know how fast he
Shadows.
can go.
Yeah, he's shadow stepping across the whole city.
It's going to take miles.
Let the man shadow step.
I thought, man,
If I could take away your permissions, I would. You do see the tips of massive ships across the city. But as you enter, it is probably, we'll say, about 5 p.m. So the sun's is starting to set, but the sun is on its way to setting, but it's not actually sunset yet. What would you guys like to do? You are outside the city. You do see a couple guards watching the main road in.
At the Tumble Downs entrance in the northwest.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to travel the 85.5 miles around the city to get down to the docks.
Yeah, it'll take you 2
Yeah,
days.
Sphinx, I was actually on my way to change the extension.
It would actually, this is just so you know, Trey, this is a city with a population of nearing 90,000 people.
Which, all of them is still level 5 on the extension tray. Fix that, please, next week.
So is Exa, but that's because Ben don't use that.
I don't use D&D Beyond on Sunday nights.
I'll fix it
Weird.
right now.
Crazy.
You guys are sitting outside the city. It is the 5 of you, plus Harold Banaford, who is looking impatient, though very much relieved to be near the city.
Harold,
Beat him up.
where exactly do you take up residence? Bearded Alley? Crescents?
The Crescents. I'm one of the smaller homes in the Crescents, but the Crescents.
Right, of course, the smaller home. That's what I thought.
I'm no major noble or lord. I just have a successful chain of businesses and exports.
Exports, you say?
A few. I don't own any ships, but contracts have been made.
You can see Val doing, mental calculations in his head. And then he nods and says, alright, well, we will escort you to your home, and thereupon we can discuss our payment.
I thought your payment was me getting you here.
Oh no, we know where Damali is at. We can get in the city quite easily. The payment is information.
I can give you whatever information I can of the merchants guilds. Maybe some others if I know it, but I'll do what I can. You got me here safely, whether condition wasn't the best.
Hey, conditions are fine, bud. Alright?
There was a woman who was melted by poison.
Such as
Well,
that
it was
road.
my fault. We did everything we could to you.
But you weren't the one melted by poison.
It's true.
To be fair, if we were escorting a woman and not you, you would be melted.
You know, I again wasn't complaining. Just said the conditions were
Well,
I'm sorry, do you have
reference that
10
right.
toes and fingers?
I said was up. He just raises his hands and gives up, and he's like, "What the?"
Val just kind of starts chuckling to himself.
We're supposed to have 10. I thought it was 8.
Actually, quietly disguise them.
just around his hands, though.
I
Yeah,
think this is X's new character voice is ASMR.
Look,
24 episodes in.
It's a lot more reliable than French.
24 episodes in, and even
I just
Mistress's
gave up on the
passive
first
possession, passive possession, or
no,
perception
no.
hasn't even noticed his extra fingers.
But so that's only.
Look, Mistress doesn't even have 10 toes. It's fine.
You don't have any toes. You have hooves.
It's one hoof. Hooves is one toe. The toe. One.
Unless they're
here's not 3 toes.
some hooves are 2 toes.
2. I think there's 3 too.
What are you guys doing?
Val will turn to the group and say, "Alright. Port Damali is not like any other city we have ever been in.
You don't know me, I say in my sassy voice.
I assume you've never been in a city like Port Damali before. If you come from the Empire, possibly, but I don't know what Empire cities are like. Together, since we have been a party, this is the biggest, the rowdiest. It has the most opportunity. Take that as you will.
Is it bigger than Shady Creek Run? Like, yeah. Is it rowdier?
Parts?
Okay.
I'm literally going to look up the population of Shady Creek Run so I can give you an accurate
Shady Creek
how.
can be wacky sometimes.
Shady Creek Run be small as fuck though.
True.
Val, where are you from?
True. Here, right? Here, right? Character voice.
Which part?
Was getting to that. I did live here for about 10 years.
You have family here?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And I don't say that. I don't say that to be mysterious. I say that because I don't know. They could all be dead.
Did you have family here?
Yes, I moved here and lived here for about 10 years with
Where are you
family.
from originally?
Both.
Oh, the city we look down upon.
That sounds so
Walk and talk.
demeaning.
We're looking a little conspicuous standing at the gate. But before we walk in, we are going into the Tumbledowns. It is the poorest. It is arguably the most dangerous in a physical sense. So,
rough and tumble, huh?
yeah.
So this is about 6 plus times the size of Shady Creek Run.
Wow, that's crazy.
Just make sure you know where your gold pouches are and don't look anyone in the eye.
Yeah,
I don't
before we
have
go
a
in
gold
there,
pouch.
I'm just gonna
I have a
roll
coin
my
wallet.
poodle and change my clothes to look real shit.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, I should mention, even the Tumbledowns, as you enter, while there are people that look less off, there are a lot of people that just look like your regular people here. Majority of the population of
Conspicuous.
Port Damali lives in the Tumbledowns.
Val, should I change?
No, you'll be alright. There are certain sections of the Tumbledowns that you have to go into. If you stick to the main path, you'll be alright. You can get lost quite easily. And when you get lost, you can find people that, prey on the lower ends of civilization. That's all.
Well, I don't want to attract attention. How many fearbolgs are here?
There's like 100,000 people here. You'll be fine.
Like 2 fearbolgs.
There are more than
Final
2
art,
fearbolgs.
guys. Should I change? I show Myself.
He
You're
just sent a picture of his character.
I did.
Yeah.
Show the stream. Show the stream.
I will.
Please, I
I'm
beg.
literally changing it as we speak. That's why I'm being
Jakey
quiet.
wakey.
Don't. Why?
No,
So excited.
we'll all be fine. I'm just
I
saying.
paid 60 gold pieces for that.
Don't go throwing coins in the street. Don't
I will.
attract attention to yourself. Just come, follow me, and he walks into the gate.
Give me 1 second to finish changing this token
No,
over, and then I'll explain what you see as you walk in.
He just kind of throws his hands up. You're like, I give up. Just come on.
Okay.
I look beautiful.
I will show off your token when it needs to be shown off, JR.
I look beauteous.
You do.
I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about my token. My token looks good too. I'm just talking about.
So, let me
They
clear
are full.
this stuff.
That's a picture of me.
I'm playing my character.
I'm actually.
Session notes.
Did I not mention this?
As you all enter through the tumble downs, there's no major security here. A group of 4 or 5 guards on the outskirts of the city that just nod to you as you pass in. You do notice that Harold, again, isn't ecstatic, but he is look of relief on his face to finally be here. Doesn't look particularly at the guards, doesn't want to grab any more trouble or anything. As you look at the road in front of you, as you enter the city, you see it has changed from normal cobblestone to large, round, colorful stones. In a sort of patchwork pattern. You would, Val, you would know the name of this, which I believe is the Prisma Pathway. It is a large road that pretty much any major road in the entirety of Port Damali is made of these large, colorful sea stones that have been fished out of the ocean and or gathered from the shore. They're all subdued colors, but beautiful to look at. This is what would be considered the slums of the town, though most of it does seem to be common folk. There's probably parts of it that are worse than others. Along the sides of the road, even this late at night, you do see people peddling their wares. Little things to sell, little trinkets, baubles, some people selling food, some other things. Just people trying to make a living here. Though they are all small stands. They are all represented by colorful banners in some way or another telling what they're selling by symbols. People are shouting at you as you walk through, but there is no hurry. Thing. Harold will take lead here, though he will not get that far from the group, considering he does look a little like he's looking over his shoulder.
So, Harold wants to go back to the Crescents. And you said it was afternoon or evening?
It's about 4 p.m., 4 or 5 p.m. So the sun is starting to set, but it is not sunset, is what we'll say, just so you have time to get around.
So, more than likely...
And I did make it smaller because it just made more sense.
That's pretty fun. Well, we can take these little roads.
Other thing, you can cut through minor back alleys, but that's where you start getting into slums and such.
I'm just making note that we'll probably have to stay in this particular part.
I would say there's no trouble getting to the beaded alley tonight, or probably can't get to the Crescents unless you want to travel past nightfall, but you do notice that all major roads seem to have lanterns on them that will probably turn on come sunset.
I'll just pop up and say, stick to the prison path. Like he points at an offshoot, a dark alley that you kind of mentioned, and says, down there, that's where you get lost.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a maze in the Tumble Downs.
You guys do recognize the familiar color of the Zalezo guards that are in the city, but there is quite a lot of other guards packing their ranks that seem to be wearing the colors of Port Damali that Val would be able to tell you are members of the local army that Port Damali keeps.
The Concord keeps about a quarter of their navy here at any given point. Ships and soldiers. Port Damali is... he just kind of spreads his arms. Quite large.
And I will say, you guys have a faster walking rate inside the city than you do on normal path because it's all formed walkways and it's like defined paths. It's not so much as walking up and down hills and that such.
Harold, are you looking to get home tonight? It will be more than likely after nightfall.
I would prefer it, but I do know how far away we are and how late we arrived in the day, so I figure we might have to crash in the beaded alley, and that way I can get home in the morning.
It is up to you. After all, you're home.
Well, once we get to the beaded alley, it will be completely safe to walk into the crescents. If you guys like, you can stay a night inside my manor, but he'll eye Aladdin and be like, I don't 100% trust you not to try and rob me blind in my sleep.
What would make you think that I would rob you?
Yeah, look at them.
He just likes peeing on people. That's
I
all.
get, like, kleptomania vibes from you.
Has he stolen it from you already?
No, Jake, we can make it at the Crescent real easy.
If you just cut down, yeah.
No, that's a main path.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, you can make it.
I was going this way.
He technically lives, like, here, but once you're in the crescents, you can
but-
hire a carriage.
Well, I don't know if I would do that, but
He can hire a carriage.
I was thinking going all the way around to the right, but that's a main path.
Yeah. He'll start leading you. It's up to you. We can stay a night in the beaded alley, or we can...
I think I'll stay at your place.
Yeah. Not looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'll just take everybody to the right. We'll head to the Crescents. It'll be a little late when we get there, but
You walk about half the journey through open light. At some point in time, Harold does stop you all, and there's a little station off to the side of the road, and he just tells you all to wait, and he walks up to the front of it, does a little talking with somebody, and then goes, okay, just get on the cart, and you will see a horse and a carriage ride up, and he's like, it's on me, I just don't want to walk anymore. And he'll get up into the carriage, has room for all of you, and it will take you the rest of the way to his house.
Val looks incredibly pained.
The logistics of Mistress's antlers is being called into question.
By who?
By antlers fitting in a carriage along with
Oh, it's
five
not.
other
It's
heads.
it's an open top. It's more of like it's the Skyrim cart.
It's a
Okay.
big enough carriage. There's a top seat.
Hey, you're awake.
Giant carriage.
Yeah. Hey, you're awake.
Hey,
He will. It will take you. It'll probably be like 11 o'clock at night by the time you guys get to his house. You pull up to a pretty modest-sized house, but no massive estate. You guys will probably all be sharing like a bedroom or two if he has the spare for the night. But he'll go and walk up to the door, and you do see a servant come out and go, "Oh, master, we expected you weeks ago. We figured you were lost at sea." And he'll pretty much give them a brief summary of the story and just wave you all in. He looks exhausted, like he just wants to sleep in his bed for a night. He'll have you have the options of whatever his cooks will make you for dinner, or mistress can cook. It's up to you, but he just pretty much grabs whatever they made for themselves and goes to bed. Says he'll speak to you in the morning.
I could I have made that spell we were talking about like on the path? 'Cause since it's first level, it wouldn't take long.
If one in the cart, yeah, but I picture writing
Like-
spells as something you need to be stationary for, and bumpy carts.
I
through
mean,
houses.
like on the journey, like at night during the journey.
through the first level one, yes.
Yeah.
If you would have taken, like, we'll say over the past 15 days you worked on it.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get to see much of the tumble downs, and as we passed there, Val would point out like the big colorful section you could see. That's the beaded alley. That's where more of the commerce, bazaars and shops.
Yeah, I'm
It's
leaving
like a giant open air market.
I'm leaving that to you. To explain things.
And as we start rolling through the crescents, he would kind of point around a little bit, but he doesn't know as much about the Crescents. And he tells Mistress, this is where more of the affluent guild families and nobles and, upper class pricks like Harold live. You might be able to find a few recipes in the kitchens, if you'd like. I don't know, I didn't spend much time here. They're too...
Yeah, this place you would have noticed when you came in. There was a pretty, like a handful of guards that they're guarding entrance into it. If you're not dressed fine enough, you get turned around. But you guys entered on a carriage with a noble, so there was no hardship of getting in. Or not a noble, but somebody of money.
I mean, I can find a recipe, but it might be too fancy
Up to you.
for traveling food.
He did offer us whatever the cooks will cook, so if you would like to help them...
It's late at night. The cooks are pretty much just going to throw together whatever they can quickly.
And which...
Here's the cold meat tray.
Yeah, no, like, he himself was like, that stew from a couple hours ago, sweet, and just took a cold bowl of soup to his room. Which you did notice his servants looked very... He only has like 3 or 4 servants. He has like a butler, a cleaner, and a cook. And somebody to work on his like hedges and stuff. But his servants looked really shocked. Like, you took cold soup? That's never something you would do. But...
Learning about that.
We're here to kill someone. Where would he be?
Well, I imagine here in the Crescents. If he's on the payroll of the Concord, it would put him somewhere nice and somewhere protected. The Tumbledown's immediately out. The Beaded Alley is an option, but it's not safe. Not in that manner. And, the Gilded Esplanade and the Larbour Light, we're not even going to go there.
So a definite no to those places?
Definite no. So, the Esplanade, it's extravagant. The streets, it's like the Beaded Alley, but richer and more gaudy. There are auction houses, expensive high-end imports. It's where the rich people go to buy their thing. It's where the Skyport is. They have festivals and... It's gaudy and terrible.
Everything Val hates.
Yeah, you can tell Val's just dripping with venom.
Which is funny because you have to go through it to get to the part Val loves.
Right? And then the Larbour Light, it's a combination. Part of it is the harbor on the southern edge of the city. But the homes in the dockside region, it's upscale and lavish. It's the prettiest dock you'll ever see.
Yeah, there are high ends and low ends of the Larbour Light. There's taverns where sailors would go and just stay the night while they're in port. There's high ends where high-end merchants who are just visiting the city for a weekend because there's a lot to do here would stay in these lavish hotels once they got into port. There's warehouses, small, not really any shops though, but it's
Where's the shopping district?
The Beaded Alley is that entire Beaded Alley. So this entire area
Of multicolored homes that aren't pastel.
is all shops. And it technically goes down. It goes down around. It's that entire stretch is all shops.
My screen was scrolled up, so I couldn't.
That's kinda gamer.
But those are all your common shops. And to just explain it so Val doesn't have to explain every little detail.
Yeah.
The Beaded Alley is where people... So the Tumbledowns is where people start in the city. You get in, you don't have much money, you set up your stalls. If you do good, you can afford a place in the Beaded Alley. And you kind of move around the Beaded Alley. The closer you get to the Gilded Esplanade, technically the better your business is. The higher the rent gets. There is some malice or like contempt for people that are just on the edge of the gilded Esplanade. It's like they're called the mimics or anything. They're just basically like, oh, you want to be in rich society, but you're not there yet. But the entire thing is a giant shopping district. People do live there, like above their shops, but it's mainly, if you want something, it's going to be in the beaded alley. If you can't find it in the beaded alley, you're going to buy it in the gilded at a very high upcharge.
Why are there so many moon statues?
They roll. You wouldn't know. I know.
No. Axa has no idea. I suppose that was an out of character. That was definitely an out of character question.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be looking down at the map.
Those critical things.
I don't even know whether they're actually statues of the moon or statues of the moon god.
They're statues of crescent moons. Val, I don't even think would know.
No, not really.
I'll look it up in the library. There's Cobalt Soul here, right?
There is.
And where would that be? In the Gilded...
In the Gilded Esplanade.
Probably this big fucking house.
It's the giant ass house.
Right there.
I thought that was the...
What's that?
No, that's the auction house. This is the Cobalt Soul. The purple one.
That's the Cobalt.
Oh.
That's the Marquis Tower.
Yeah, the yellow...
Something else that Val was going to say.
Yeah, the yellow is the Marquis Tower.
He brings you to a window, like out front, a picture window, and points out over the city, up the hill at that, and goes, that is where the Marquis lives. It's the Larboard Light District. That is not where we will be spending any time.
You would know that a bunch of the government buildings themselves, though, do also reside in the Crescents.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the leader of the city decided, fuck the Crescents, I want to live in the Larboard Light. And has a massive tower there.
I imagine that's because of the terrain. Like,
it's probably the terrain and closer to the actual major business of the major business of the town.
A lovely view.
Yeah. The city is on a bunch of hills, too.
Yeah,
And the magic shops would also be in the Gilded Esplanade?
There would be some in the beaded, some in the gilded, depending on how they did.
Probably around here.
Yes, they would all be... The magic shops... There might be some low-end ones over here, but you probably don't want those.
Yeah.
The ones you're going to want are probably going to be here. And like any general stores and stuff in this top area would have stuff, but they might be, middle tier on what they actually have. If you want well supplied, you're going to want to stick here.
So we talked to Harold.
In the morn.
Oh, and his servants would show you to 2 separate bedrooms.
In the morning.
In the morn. I'll head out in the morn. One
of the bedrooms they show you to looks a little lived in, and you're probably can guess with a little bit of insight that it's probably one of their bedrooms, and they're going to be bunking up with somebody else for the night to accommodate the guests. But you have one bedroom with 2 separate beds in it, and then the other bedroom has 1 bed in it.
How many of us are in the bedroom that is being vacated?
That would be the one with 1, so it's up to you guys how you split up the party for sleeping.
Does he have a fireplace?
He does.
Are there chairs next to the fireplace?
Comfy sofas, not any sitting chairs.
Yeah, that sounds fine. I'll be there.
And the 3 of you share the one room?
I will say the fireplace is not running. You guys are now in the... you're actually in summer now, so this place is hot as hell, even at night.
I still like sleeping next to the fireplace.
That's fine. I was just telling you it's not going to be a roaring fire all night.
There are 4 of us, and you want
Extra and Mistress share the one room?
And Sol and Val take the other? Yeah.
No, Sol and X and Mistress all share the one.
why would we
Hold on. Did you say we
split up 3 and 1 instead of 2 and 2?
No, so Val's just going to take the room with the single bed.
No, Val is not going to take a room.
Oh,
Any
okay.
bed?
Where is Val going to sleep?
Val's going to leave. Val has things to do.
Okay, so are the rest of you going to sleep?
Wait, that means there are 2 bedrooms then.
There are 2 bedrooms, one with 1 bed, one with 2. So each of you get your own bed.
Okay.
It would be nice if we could not... What are you saying, Trey?
Did he say we could use any bed or any room?
No, you were given 2 beds. You were given 2 rooms.
I was going to sleep in his bed.
I mean, you could do that anyway.
His door is locked.
That will not stop me.
If
There
you
are
come
shadows
to X, we'll
among
help
us.
you pick the lock.
Shadow stabbing is broken.
Technically, there's no windows into his room from the inside. Outside...
Okay, that's fine. Can I see through the keyhole in his lock? Because I will shadow step through that bitch.
No, that's not how keyholes work. That is totally a cartoon thing.
Yeah, you can't see
You mean
through 'em.
cartoon,
If you can
huh?
see through them, how would they be a keyhole?
But you can see underdoors.
No.
If mirrors are real.
No.
If you want, I can help you pick the lock.
Alright, just kick the door down. Doesn't matter. I can find a way into that room.
Just let the man sleep.
But why? Hi, I'm Sol. Why?
Okay, the rest of you are sleeping.
We've tortured them for
Nobody has
like
said they're going out
15
with Val, so the rest of you are sleeping. Where you sleep is up to you. Val.
Where's Val going?
You don't know. You're going to sleep, Sol.
Okay.
Val.
I would like to give the room back to the servants. That's what I'm asking. 3 of you to sleep in the same room.
Okay, so...
I'm not particularly comfortable here. I will go find a tavern. It's fine.
Okay.
I have a few questions to ask anyway, and it's best that I do them late at night. But if we could all sleep in, like, 3 in one room and, all of them do his thing.
You find...
That way we don't displace the servant.
You do find the butler and quietly just give him the I'm leaving, and he just gives you a thankful nod and gets up off of a couch in one of the, there's a little servant's room where they can go and have breaks and stuff, and he gets up off a couch in there and goes back to his room.
Yeah, they got a shitty enough life for that guy.
You step outside of the house. It's probably past midnight at this point.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stay outside for long. I'm gonna go straight to the beaded alley.
The north, going up this way would be the quickest. You're around here-ish. So going up
that's what I figured.
would be the quickest way. Cutting through the grass and stuff, you don't care. Nobody's at this time of night. A guard does look at you and just kind of it's not worth my time.
Well, I also know I'm not exactly dressed for this area, so...
Yeah. But
I'll find the nearest inn, tavern, in the bearded alley.
In the bearded alley, you find a tavern named... If it could... Taverns. I have so many shops because this town is so fucking big. The Fire's Way. It's cozy little tavern as you enter. It's probably on its way to being better. They've recently remodeled the place, but it's cozy. It's not by any means extravagant, but it's a rather middle-of-the-run tavern you find your way into. There's a nice half-elven woman behind the bar who looks bored. There's about 2 other patrons inside. Just...
excuse me, how much for a room for just the night?
3 silver for the night.
I'll put down in gold. I'll put down in gold piece and...
She slides over a key, takes the gold. Change?
Keep the change, and in return, anything worth hearing?
Slight talk of some political matters to the north starting to escalate, but not much, just the normal Dwendalian Empire bullshit. Revelry's been taking a hit here in town, so it's safer streets. How long's it been since you've been here? I don't know what news to tell you.
Val kind of chuckles and says, 10 years or so. But I'm not looking for a history. Just,
nothing
recent.
Nothing as of... Nothing note-while in the moment, to be honest. Just kind of been a quiet couple weeks. Revelry's been...
Said the Revelry's been taking a hit?
Not as many of them. Just coming around. You can tell their type usually. They're just not as frequent. There's been a bunch of bullshit on the, the town criers saying, oh, Another reverie safe house raided last night by the Concord. 13 killed, 2 taken as prison. You know, the same old. You don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah,
It might just be Concord boasting themselves so people feel safe.
Look good, right?
Well, make themselves look good. There's how many people in the city? People start getting antsy if the Concord isn't doing shit. So whether it's true or not, who knows? It just makes some of the people feel safer.
That's fair. Except for the ones that die, but it's the revelry.
And she'll fill up a glass and slide it across and just be like, it's covered by your other stuff of just normal ale.
Appreciate it. And that's it.
Yep.
I'll inquire further.
She gives you a nod. Take it, you go up to your room?
Yeah,
yep.
It's late.
It's a middle-of-the-run room. It's nondescript, just bed, nightstand, little thing to, dresser. Set your stuff down.
I want to get up as early as I can, though.
6 hours of sleep. We'll say that you won't take a level of exhaustion, but you're going to be dragging. You know how it is. You're not truly exhausted, but you did just get out of... Okay, Ben. I think that was Ben. I don't know.
Tell us how you really feel.
You know how it is. You get 15 days of travel and then not a true full night of sleep.
Yeah.
You're mentally a little groggy, but overall, for stats wise, you're fine. But you get.
Wait, what happened?
He's just taking He's just doing a bare minimum night of sleep, not relaxing.
Oh no, I gathered that. You guys said, "Okay, Ben." I don't know what happened.
Your mic went.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're good. You're good.
Atmospheric noise, that's all.
Yeah.
It's a leaky room.
Wind was open. He didn't sleep that well.
All the windows are open in this tavern.
I would have told y'all I would come back and meet you at Harold's for lunch.
You're able to get there by late breakfast. You get there
I'm gonna go walk around first and ask questions. And then meet them at Harold's for lunch.
So we're gonna switch back to them first, and then do you, just so they don't get influenced by questions you asked. You guys wake up early in the morning, well rested, comfy beds, comfy couch, all of them. Val is nowhere to be seen in the house, but that's not necessarily unorthodox for Val. What do you guys do?
Can I help them with breakfast?
You can. The cook is pretty well experienced, probably on your level of experience. This is no grand chef. He will make French toast, so you can make a wisdom check to help him with that and add French toast to your recipe.
Okay. Oh.
Yes,
Ooh.
easy. He is. He starts to make.
Didn't even waste a freaking D20. 2 19s, great. Good.
Let me get my DM dice out of the way. Yeah, that's great. Good thing. Okay.
2 19s in a row.
There's a little bit. Pretty much, he's blown back. He starts to do things, and you're like, "Wouldn't that be better with?" And he's like, "Wait, I never thought of that." And you start adding to each other's recipes, and it's a really you build off of each other. You guys have a fantastic breakfast. But
I'm really proud of this, so I'm gonna save some for Val, even though I know he's not gonna come back for lunch. But I want to show it off.
You wake up to a note from Val, because technically he didn't tell you, but that just says the butler comes out and be like, "Your large orcish friend said he would be back at around lunchtime for you all. He just asked if you would hang tight. He had some things to track down. Looked like he knew his way around." But is there anything any of you would like to do at the house? Harold does come down and sits, eats breakfast, kind of gives an appreciative nod. You see him in a very fine robe. Not like a dress robe, but like he just put on his silk robe because he wants the finer things in life back. But he looks very appreciative and he says thank you and looks at his cook and says, "Remember that recipe." Is there anything I can do to answer your questions, or would you prefer to wait till the big man is back for that?
We're here because of him.
The big man has a name.
Any questions of the rest of you I can answer while you're here? Questions of the city? I know he filled you in quite a lot last night, but...
I'll ask, technically, what I know about the Cobalt Soul? I traveled from Shady Creek Run.
Make a history check with a high DC, because there is no Cobalt Soul in the...
Shady... And not the Empire.
in not the Empires. Yeah. And it's a high DC.
I do want to ask him of shops cooking related that he would know of.
You always roll high on that. You don't know it's the Cobalt Soul. You do know ideas of there being a massive library in Port Damali. Or, yeah, a massive library in Port Damali. Like, when you were doing your things, you can't quite place your finger on what exactly it was called, but you do remember, like, this was one of the locations of a huge sect of knowledge.
And I'll ask him about, like, where the magic shop would be, just so I...
Okay, let me answer Chris first. He'll look and go, I really don't know of any shops, but, and he'll wave over his cook and be like, is there any cooking shops in town? And the cook will be like, I prefer the Gilded Delicious Delights. Or sorry, the Delicious Delights. It's in the Gilded, so it's expensive, but they have good things. And Broiled and Baked is a good one in the Beaded Alley. It's near the Gilded. It's about right there-ish, so it's getting close. But they have reasonably priced things when you're looking for things that you don't want to be overcharged for, to be honest. So...
Delicious what?
Just recipe, like, they have some ingredients that are harder to find in the rest of the Beaded Alley, but not there. What exactly are you looking for? They have better utensils and stuff, things that last longer. And you did notice that his cookware was much finer than what you had.
I mean, that's neither here nor there, because he doesn't cook on the road. Books.
Cookbooks? I think both of them might carry some cookbooks. The trade here is very come and go. People might drop off a cookbook, the store records it for their own personal use, and then would sell it to the next person, so what they have in stock would be on them, but I'd imagine they'd both have some. The Gilded would definitely have some, but they'd probably charge you quite a bit extra.
Okay. Thanks.
Of course. And for you, magic shops, he'll look and go, Harold will go, I don't really deal in magic. I know there's magic shops and potion shops in town. And he'll think for a second. He's going to make a check to see if he would know any magic shops, because he really doesn't deal with...
-5 penalty because he's a rich asshole.
No, he's smart. He's a businessman. 21.
Nice.
Yeah, I do know of 2 magic shops and a potion shop, though there's probably more. There was a magic shop called Scribe's Heaven in the Gilded. It's... They do magic scrolls and such. They also do enchanting. I got a couple of lock boxes enchanted by them for some of my shops, so that way it's harder for people to break in if that would ever happen. There's also the Arcane Anomaly in the Gilded that he deals in really high-end things. I was only brought there as part of a meeting one time. The guy just pretty much brought us through to look at some shiny things and try and impress us so he'd get our business. Worked, not gonna lie. Shit was cool there, but even more too expensive for me, to be honest. And then there's a place in the Beaded that I love. It's called the Cold Brew. Amazing coffee.
I've been there. And Nicodranas.
There's another
chain.
Oh.
I heard there's also one in Zadash.
I don't go that far north.
Probably somewhere else. Yeah. There's probably some different ones in Zadash too.
That's what he tells you.
Alright. I'll check them out.
Exa, Aladim, is there anything you'd like to do? Aladim, did you try and sleep with him last night or steal any of his things?
No.
Hey, consent is key.
Sat on the couch, straight up, and slept that way.
You homewrecker.
You wake up to, like, as you wake up, you don't move at all night. you just open an eye and you do see the butler and the maid just like locked eyes on you and like talking to themselves like, is he alive? Is he okay? And then as they see your eye open, they like hurriedly go back to their business. But you have a good breakfast, and if Exa and all of them aren't going to do anything this morning,
Probably just gonna follow everyone else.
okay.
No, I'm not going to do anything.
So you all have a great breakfast and just kind of kill time. Harold tells you some minor facts or just confirms some things that Val said about the city. Yes, Sol?
Where are we currently? Like, on this map? We're right there.
Yeah.
Boom. And the things are right here, right?
But yeah, and Val asked you to wait till he came back.
Yeah, and we'll wait. Yeah. Okay.
So Val, you wake up, a little groggy, but you know, nothing bad. What are you doing?
Groggy.
Get coffee and just something to eat on the go.
She
Downstairs.
just hands you a plate and a thing and like waves off the cost. Your gold still covers plenty of this.
Sweet. I will spend up to 150 gold, and however many hours it takes between now, I guess 6 in the morning and lunchtime-ish.
Yep.
It's like 6 hours. In the beaded alley, looking for information. Going into shops, mingling, buying small things here and there to facilitate getting information.
What information?
Any new people in the Crescents? Anybody? Any nobles that have moved in the past month or two? If it seems like it's somebody I can trust, any word on like revelry? Not from like an interested party, but like, what's going on with the revelry? I'm new in town. I haven't been back in a while. I hear they're killing a bunch of them.
1 second. Okay, sorry. Thor got outside real quick.
Anything of interest? Just anything that piques my interest.
Spend your, we'll say the full 150, and make a. Actually, no. Wait for that. Make a persuasion check with advantage. Make an investigation check with advantage. And those two will determine.
I'm not the character to be asking questions.
Nope, but you're the one that wants to be.
I don't even want to be, but it's my story.
Yeah. Persuasion. With the shopkeeps, you spend around about 100 gold. And they pretty much tell you that there's been no quick money. There's been nobody that came into town or no new noble from a different state that like moved in. They'll tell you that Concord presence has been higher lately, especially in the Crescents. But there's been nobody like with new colors waving their proverbial dick. Nobody's waving a proverbial dick around with "I have power."
Yeah. Which Barn wouldn't be doing that anyway.
No. So you get no of like, hey, yeah, there's a new lord. There's a new there's none of that. As for revelry, you spend about 50 gold. You spend about 30 gold, we'll say, on that, and nobody's biting. Even if you think they'll revelry and you know the hand signs, like you might have recognized somebody from Darktoe, and they still won't bite at your like code words. They're just with that investigation, they're holding things too close to the belt with the current situation in town.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Pick up anything else, like interesting items that we might buy in the beaded alley, or
in the beaded alley, if you want to just go with the small things, you could have definitely found. This was just I wrote this in for about 10 gold. You can find some small toys and trinkets for Lily, little dolls of Port Damali make, some bracelets, things like that. Besides that, if you would like to at a later date be like, here's what I spent the money on, whether it be javelins or XYZ, you can. We'll say you have about
more like if I heard or came across like a shop that looked like it would interest the party, or
We'll say in that with those checks, you ask for some things, and this will just be my way of telling you where some shops are. You pretty much hear the same magic shops that they hold on, but you also do learn of another potion shop in the beaded alley called the Bolster Potion. That is around here, and the Cold Brew is around here. So you do find of another potion shop there. General stores, you hear of about 2 that people trust. There's the Everyday Everything and the Golden Opportunity. Both of them are very well respected to have pretty much whatever you need. The cooking shops, that's such a niche thing that not many people mention it in passing. Broken Shield and Hardened Defense are where armorers would be. Those are 2 smiths that make a lot of the things that people need in the Beaded Alley, and the Broken Shield is around here, and the Hardened Defense is around here. Again, most people don't recommend shops up here. They're more kind of the niche shops that you go around and eventually become big because people just go looking.
Yeah, that's kind of what I imagined. I'm just stumbling into a shop going, okay, we might want to come back here.
Yeah, that's exactly what this top is like. Down here is where you start getting recommended by people that pass by.
Yeah.
And then taverns, you hear the Fire's Way, you also hear the Ocean's Relief, and the Wake's Night are the 3 biggest shops. You also do know, because I know you wanted to look into this, that there is a temple to Kord in the Larboard Light.
Glad you reminded me about that, because I, the player, forgot.
Yes.
Thank you.
There is a temple pretty close to the sea where you would expect it. It's in this mess.
Okay.
There is a pretty decently established temple to Kord there.
Alright. I'll head back to Harold's then. Try and get there around 12:30 or 1.
Around 12:30, we'll say you make it there. You didn't roll that high with all those investigations, so nobody really caught you up talking.
Yeah.
But you guys, around noon, lunch is being served. Just basically because of the amount of people Cold Cuts he didn't have on hand and didn't have the time to run to a store and grab a lot of people, so he cut up some nice meat, pulled some fresh baked rolls out, and everybody can pretty much have it at buffet style. But Val, you get back around 12:30ish. The rest of the party greet you, and what are you guys doing?
I immediately rush to Val and shove a plate of French toast in his face.
I will shove some honey flame bread back, because I bought some honey flame bread while I was walking.
Ooh, that's fun.
I got enough for everybody. Figured you would be a little hungry.
Baby.
That's nice.
Valerie last
Yes.
we're here.
We are.
You. What are we doing first? I have things I want to hit up, places and stores, but we're here for you, homie.
So, the problem is...
And Harold is listening in now, because he's like, let's... What are you here for? How can I get rid of you?
Wow, this is an A-B conversation. See your way out.
You're in his house.
Jesus
Right? See your way out of your
home.
See your way out of your house, please. I beg.
The problem, Soul, is that I know he's more than likely here. Here, he gestures around in the Crescents, but it's a big section of the city. I can't exactly go walking around knocking on doors.
We have locate person. It will take a while, but...
Wait, we have locate person.
Locate person.
Locate
object and... Oh, okay.
Yeah. Locate person is 1,000 feet. It's 25 miles long.
I know.
Val's how magic works. He's just
I know. I'm telling those statistics. It would take you months unless you got lucky to...
We'll get lucky.
Don't
worry
about
that.
Yeah.
So you don't know where to start. We have to investigate a little. Do you want to? handle the buying of goods, since this is the first civilization we've seen in 15 days?
Well, I think the best way to go about finding information is to go shopping.
This is true, and it's felt like 3 weeks, honestly.
It did. We were on the road for quite a long time, and I know we have money burning holes in our pocket.
It's actually probably been 3 weeks since you went shopping, because
I'm poking at my new armor that I spent a ton of money on.
You didn't do much shopping in Fellowin because there just wasn't much there. It's a rich city. So it's probably been 3 weeks since you guys had a shopping episode in-game.
Hell yes.
It's been a while since I've been here, but I can lead you to a few places in the Port Damali.
Let's go!
But, along the way, asking questions. Before we go, I do want to ask you, Harold, I see you're looking in. The payment, the information, I know you keep tabs on every noble in the Crescents.
Not a lot. I haven't been here in 2 weeks and a month and a half. But yeah, I do.
I'm looking for a month
2
to
months.
2 months back.
Month and a half to... Yeah, what are you looking at? Actually, it'd be like 5 months back at this time, Val.
What? Really?
Oh, you've been in this campaign for over 3 months now. You've been a group.
Oh, wow. I thought we'd been a group for about 3 months.
No, I will tell you exactly how long you have been a group.
Whoa! This guy's
I'm not
bad.
keeping track of time at all.
I
Let me
do.
manage my spells.
I do because I need
It's
to.
important.
Yeah.
Spell book.
Very important.
Um,
People are on a time
I'll
limit.
prepare this spell.
where did I put it? That's the question. Yeah, you've definitely been for over 3 months though. Exandrian calendar.
Nice.
That's what I named it.
Gamer.
Yes. It's actually been about 2.5 months, not 3 yet.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so you're looking for about 2.5, 3 months back, because the timeline of when it all happened is kind of iffy.
And I figured it happened and I washed up on shore and immediately went to... Anyway.
Yeah.
About 2.5, 3 months ago, any new nobles, new money that came into the Crescents, people you hadn't seen in a while, people that wouldn't exactly fit in here otherwise.
He'll cross his fingers and he'll do the thing where he puts his hands in front of his face and you see him deep in thought for a second. He's like, no new nobles at that time that had been making noise, but if that's when they came to the city, most nobles don't make noise for about a couple weeks. They get their estate set up, they get their things fancy, and then they start making noise. Nobody wants to...
This one wouldn't be making noise in particular. This one wants to lay low.
2.5 months ago, that's when the revelry started getting cracked down on, isn't it? He's a very intelligent person.
I wouldn't know. I haven't been in Damali for 10 years.
Fair. No, not that I'm aware of, but while you guys are out today, I'll see the gossip in the Crescents. I haven't been...
So you're saying to meet back here? Oh, you love us.
We'll have dinner tonight and
I'll
discuss.
prefer dinner, but I'd prefer you not to sleep in my house again, if that's okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
He'll pull off to a side and write a letter real quick, and he'll just hand it to you, and he goes, "Please, for the love of all things holy, don't use this in a bad way." And I'll hand you something, and it's pretty much like you're allowed an entrance into the Crescents by as a guest of Harold Banaford. He makes it look like he pretty much writes it in a way that looks like he's hiring you guys for something, just so there's not as many questions asked.
Yeah. I'll be honest, Harold, I would rather not sleep in your home anyway. It's just not my style.
And he looks at you and smiles and goes, 15 days and we finally agree on something.
And here I thought we were bonding. Alright. He
respects you for what you do. Doesn't mean he wants to sleep next to you.
Oh, our band.
You don't have to like somebody to respect them.
Listen, we got peed on together. I thought that bonded a guy.
Oh,
He just looks at you and he's like, please don't ever speak of that again. And you see the maid and the butler start whispering to each other
I cast message and tell everyone what happened.
You have to know the person to get. Okay.
Message.
Yeah.
Cantrip. I have to look at them.
You could just look at them.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You just
Message.
look at them. Not sending.
Sorry. I'm so used to Jester just saying I send a message.
No.
Right.
I cast message.
Yeah.
You can reply to the message.
All right, let's go shopping, guys.
So where are you guys? So you're here. Oh shit, mouse. You're here. Where are you jumping out? Because the things Soul wants are down here. And so is the potion shop and the general store and the cook shop and the cook shop that was mentioned. Everything, pretty much everything you recommended is like in this.
Tell them that everything. Like, I'll tell them that the edge of the Beaded Alley Gilded Esplanade is.
That's not
initiative.
No, I was.
Oh no!
Roll
I
initiative.
thought it was a shopping
90,000 people.
episode.
Yeah, pretty much this is where most of the things you were told to go is. And then one
Which is
place.
on the border of the Esplanade.
Yes, but it's also where you would know the finer, more well-kept shops are that aren't extravagant yet. And you do know a lot of shops just stay there. Like, they don't move up into the Gilded. Some
good money.
Yeah, some established shops, like, they keep their name there, and, like, a couple of them are just like, nah, I'm lifers in the Mimics. I don't care what anybody says. I get the most business. I probably make more than the Gilded because I'm not up there.
It takes a lot of effort to be a high-end import shop.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, let's go. We can get there in about an hour if we walk quick.
Probably say 2. You just ate, so we'll say you get there by 2 p.m. to this area.
I'm used to walking fast.
Yeah.
Not with a group.
Yeah, but yeah, I'd say about 2 hours. 2 hours to get there. And there's more bridges than are on the map. I don't like how there's so little, like, pathways into it.
Yeah.
Like, there'd be more...
It's a really windy town.
What are you doing, Trey?
It's making a dick.
It's me, and I made a fork.
That's a dick.
I don't even know why I thought that was...
No, that's definitely a fork.
It's a fork.
It's a fork.
Even Trey's colors are really similar.
Okay, so here's how we'll do this. Soul and Mistress, I believe, are the only 2 people that want to go to specific shops. Right?
Yes, I like a big magic.
So each of your...
One magic, please.
So, do you want to diplomatically do this, or do you want to roll off to see who goes to what shop first?
Soul can go first.
Okay.
Diplomacy.
Soul.
How do you do multiple
Why
again?
Trey's color is so much
How do you do what?
What's up?
How do you do multiple wines again?
You
Right click.
Right click.
Oh my god, I don't want to know it. No.
I just drew a fork because I need to remind myself that even though I've earned the chef feat, I don't have cook's utensils.
Yeah.
It's a hook.
I have to go buy some. I have to go buy myself a present for cooking so well.
Wait, you don't have cook's utensils?
Mistress, I know how it feels when
What
we
have you been
outlined the
having
entirety
this whole time?
of the other map. Okay. What are you doing,
This is
Exo?
covered up on my drawing, but I was drawing fork you.
Aw.
JR,
I
so
drew a hook.
with my chef's feat, I gain proficiency in such tools, but I don't own them.
But like, what have you been using so far?
Makeshift shit. She bought a couple pots, a couple pans, a spatula, and a knife.
You hand carved her own fork.
Yeah. It's
She's
not.
been using her antlers.
She's now officially going to buy like. She's gonna now that you're in a major city with this stuff. She's gonna buy like an actual good like cast iron pot and shit.
She took her antlers off and was using her antlers and like knives.
Soul, what shop do you want to go to first?
The closest one. We're leaving about here, right?
You're coming in about here. So the closest one would be
from this direction.
the cold brew is right here, which you guys know the other owner of, and the cold brew is right here. The broken brew is right here.
Broken brew and the cold brew.
Can somebody write down what is here in this specific section?
I wrote down the shops. There's cold brew, broken brew, scribes heaven, arcane anomaly.
Okay.
Because I'm a gamer.
Scribes heaven, and arcane anomaly are in the gilded.
I'm a gamer with a G.
Yeah. I'll go to the broken brew, then the cold brew, because that's where it would be from here, right?
Yes. So, funny enough, as you get to the bolstered brew, not the broken brew.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, my fault. I think I said broken because the one above it.
I wrote down bolster, and then I was like, well, he's a...
Oh, sorry, it's the bolstered potion. There's another one called the broken brew, but you don't know where that is. That is my fault.
Wow, that's crazy. He just gave us meta knowledge.
Yes. The bolstered potion, you see a very fine one-story shop. The sign looks to be taken down, and on the side of the door is propped open, and as you enter, you do see somebody who's packing a bunch of things into boxes.
Hey. What? Wait, what's going on here?
Oh, hi, sorry, I didn't think I'd be getting anybody today. You do see a short gnomish man with a large gray beard and some slicked back gray hair. Okay. I recently got bought out by another shop, so, you know, packing up, moving.
Which one?
Believe it or not, that fucking coffee shop.
The Cold Brew.
Yeah,
They have 2 storefronts now.
Three now.
They're not.
We support Starbucks.
They're not buying out. They're not putting another shop in town. He's just buying mine out, so that way he doesn't have competition. Rather genius, actually.
Dick move.
No,
But
actually.
He's not expanding?
No, he's actually taking me on as an apprentice, teaching me to do better shit, and then
guess.
something about giving me the shop here and going and opening up another one. So
Not expanding is
not.
economic mistake.
it's
Where?
actually
Wild.
really nice tabaxi fellow, but
What's his
Is
name?
his name-
Is this you?
his name is Vax. He's a leopard tabaxi. Great guy.
Oh,
What's his full name?
I don't know.
Ildon?
No.
No?
No.
That's his last name. His last name is just Ilden.
No. His name is Vax, but that is completely unrelated to Vaxeldon.
Weird coincidence. No, yeah, people can have the same name.
Yes, they can.
I've heard
This is the world.
It's almost like
Not sure that many people are going to have the name Mistress or Fluffy.
actually a lot of people would probably have the name Mistress. It just wouldn't be their legal name.
That's not my legal name either.
Speaking of mistress, and is there any houses of pleasure here? No, I'm
I've
kidding.
never
my
heard
God.
There is a lot.
Mistress.
He will say he will like pull out a box and be like, if you guys want to buy anything, I have
Didn't
three
say it earlier today.
potions of healing left, 2 potions of water breathing, and potion of animal friendship. Kind of bought this one off a ship.
We don't need that. We already have our good boy.
We're already friends.
Yeah, he also now notices Callisto and is like, that's a bear. Okay. How can you guys...
Excuse me.
Excuse me? He's a friend.
I didn't say he wasn't. I just said he's a bear. Is that not his... Okay. Do you want anything? I mean, like, I'm happy to serve you. I'm happy to give you whatever I can, but he bought me out, so...
That's fair, that's fair. We'll probably head over there, unless you guys need anything.
I got 3 potions of healing and 2 potions of water breathing if you want them.
Do we need potions of healing?
I don't know what you guys have.
Team? Yeah. Team.
I'm saving up all my money for an agate worth at least 1,000.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Did you say that out loud?
I asked him...
586 gold pieces.
Is there a gem shop?
Did you say that out loud?
Do you know? Yeah, I'll ask Val. Val, do you know if there's a shop that has an agate worth at least 1,000 gold?
You're probably going to pay about 2,000 for it, and it's going to be further west in the Esplanade.
What how much? I've never understood with this with gold cost. What decides how much something is gold? Like, if we pay 1,000 gold for it, even if that was at markup, is that 1,000 gold agate?
No.
Like,
there is any caster would know the actual true value of something. So it's basically one of those things that, like, yeah, sometimes you get upcharged for the actual price.
Worth of something.
Yes.
To pay 750.
okay, so it's actually just like an agate of a certain size and purity.
Yes.
Yeah.
They just use GP as
a God-given GP.
Yeah, it's the actual textbook, but, you know, there are shitty people in the world, and there is supply and demand.
What? No.
Shitty people?
Cool kids
No.
just don't buy textbooks because they realize they never ever open them anyway.
True.
I've
They
never
wing
once
it.
opened a textbook for my college course, but I tell
Val
you to
will-
start now.
Val will point to the west and say most things like that are going to be in Esplanade, and you're A, probably going to get turned away at the door because none of us look like we belong there, and B, get ripped off because,
Hey,
you know,
I can make myself
none of
look
us
like I
belong there.
belong there.
None of us look like we belong there. I'm gonna snap my fingers, and I'm going to be just like the fanciest motherfucker that I have seen in this town.
I prestidigitate him so he looks real clean.
You look like Harold this morning. Just
Sparkle is a nice touch, but do you know how to rub elbows with the rich and famous?
walk over to the shopkeeper and put my elbow up.
Ooh, he can fake it till he makes it, baby.
Well, just starts laughing like, that's good. I like that.
Would you like to come with us, or are you headed home? Because we're going to the cold brew.
Who, me?
Oh no, I was talking to the shopkeep.
Oh,
He was
oh
packing up.
no, I'm bringing things to my home. I don't start my apprenticeship
Oh.
with him till next week. I'm finalizing the sale of this building.
Fair. All right.
Who's buying it?
Some
The-
small. God, what? Some small like just general store, really. They have a little niche of like. It might be a carpenter. I know, honestly, I don't know. They gave me a price that I took. Basically, I was just paid to not open up my own potion shop in town. They didn't necessarily buy my business. But my business was failing anyways because everybody was going to him. So I took the money and just said, sure,
Yeah.
I'll learn to do better.
They made me an offer I could not refuse.
Pretty much. He pretty much, like, his business was starting to go, and so he wasn't going to, like, scoff at the opportunity of the person saying, hey, I'll give you 2,000 gold if you just come work for me and promise not to open up a shop.
I'm sorry, his shop was bought for 2,000 gold?
That
Fuck.
That's a lot
I can
of
get
money.
Nugget for that much.
I know, I'm just saying, like,
You gotta remember, most people can live...
fucking venturing. Let's become potion sales.
Okay, it was probably more than 2,000 gold. I was just saying shit. Like,
I'm guys, let's retire.
I'm not
Shopkeepers.
I'm not perfect, okay?
Adventuring is for losers. Let's go buy some stores.
I love the name, the anything everything.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah. And
the
gold
anything
opportunity.
everything, the golden alley, I think.
So the anything
Gold
everything,
opportunity.
I lied. The anything everything is actually down. It's like just starting to get traction.
Oh.
It's
a
just
little
it's
tricky.
just out of the tumble downs.
It's still, I like that name. I want to go there.
Anything everything.
If you're up there, gladly.
As we
Let's-
start walking, I'll kind of elbow Soul and point and go, do you see that with the purple roof?
Yeah.
That's a whorehouse.
Ooh.
Oh, also now
That's
that
exciting.
now that it is day and you would have noticed it in the crescents, I forget exactly where. Actually, is the sky dock in the crescents? I thought it was in the Larboard Light.
I think it's in the larboard light.
Yeah, so you do notice a giant dock, because the Port Damali is very hilly, so the elevation does rise, so you can actually see down to the docks, and you do see a large dock in air.
It's in the Esplanade.
Is it? Oh, yes, it is in the Esplanade. So, actually, even perfect, you're right here. You do see a dock in the air that...
For airships?
Yes.
Wild. That's cool. Right above where? Above the auction house? Or...
Not above the auction house, no. Probably close. That's the mage auction house. It'd probably be around here, like closer to the water.
Alright. Should we become air pirates?
The answer is yes, but for now, we need to get some gosh darn magic items.
So-
I head over to the cold brew.
As you enter the cold brew, you see this is different than the large one-story expanse of the other one. You do see a 3-story tall, dark wood building, very nice, dark royal blue roof, and in front of it you do see the sign of a coffee pot. Sorry, there's a coffee cup, and it's been enchanted to look like there's a spoon stirring the coffee, and you do see the sign, the cold brew.
Classy.
2 banners outside that are dark blue with black ravens in them. This one looks like it's been around a lot longer than the other one that you've seen. It's much more established here.
That's so exciting.
But as you enter, the first floor is only about 30 feet by 30 feet. It's pretty small for a shop, and you see a counter that's an L in the back left corner that expands pretty much the entirety of the shop. And in the front, there is about 3 tables with some seats on them. And behind the counter, in a very casual clothes, reading a book, you do see a leopard tabaxi with glasses on the end of his nose. And he does look up and goes, how can I help you guys today?
What's up, dude?
Sorry. We're in the and one thing. I forgot the word I was going to say.
Well, that's usually why people go shopping.
we are one thing.
We are wanting the magic items. First order, what's your full name?
What's my full name, or what name do I go by?
Vex Coast.
Either.
Give me 1 second. Scroll into his shit.
Who's on the Tower Council? Tell me.
They all just died, I believe, actually.
Oh my gosh.
So
that's gonna ruin a really famous story somewhere.
So my full name, technically as birthright, is Snowy Mountain, though my boss got tired of saying that, so he just said, fuck it, your name is Vax. And that is what I go by now, because...
Did he name you after something?
So, do we call it Fuck It? Do we call you Fuck It, your name, or is Vax?
Yes, is that first name last name?
Just call me Vax, or Snowy if you really feel like it, though I hate that name
Snowy.
considering I'm Leopard.
I'm not gonna lie, I kinda like Fuck It.
Go for it, whatever you want, man.
Alright, Vax. Who's your boss?
He's a pretty powerful sorcerer. He runs the chain, goes, opens up new shops, hires people, they run the shops. I've been technically was his first apprentice, so I do all the other stuff.
So you're a sorcerer as well, or just
Just an alchemist, no natural magical powers.
Interesting. I think we met him actually in Nicodranas.
My condolences. Don't get me wrong, I love him. He's one of my best friends, but he's a character. Or can be if he's not being super professional.
Interesting, Vex. My name is...
Nothing?
Your name is nothing?
You're not here, though.
Yeah. I was about to snap my fingers in front of X and go, is he on?
Not makes fucking download himself.
Yes.
Screen?
Sphinx, if you don't know how tabaxis are named, go look it up, because it's annoying as hell.
Snowy Mountain.
My legal name is Dial-Up Modem Sound.
Did he blue screen again?
Oh my gosh. Give him 10 minutes.
So, if you're here for
the magic
we don't really deal in magic items in this city. I know my boss has more of a proclivity to do it because of his nature, but there's so many established magic item shops that in this town we usually do better just selling in potions.
Oh, okay. Then what potions do you have?
Pretty much most common, uncommon, or rare potions under the dock, but I will send you the list here in a second. I need to open it up, because I forgot to do that.
You don't happen to have scrolls, do you?
No, I assume that would be at the Scribe's Heaven.
Yeah, Scribe's Heaven is the place to go for that around here. I'm not magically inclined, so I can brew my potions, but unlike my boss and one other of our employees who's in Zadash, I am not capable of doing such things. So
what's his full name?
The guy in Zadash?
Or her. Yeah, or them.
He's a Triton, and...
He uses his mage hand to pick up his lockpicks, and he says, I'm magically inclined.
Shut the fuck
Exa,
up.
you sound so different.
Doing ASMR and shitty puns this episode.
I'm so different.
Yeah, you take actually, sorry.
No.
I'm enjoying the ASMR XL a lot.
Okay, so you still 1, but plus 8.
What? You take 9 psychic damage.
You see him do that, and his nose just runs with blood a little bit.
Oh no,
where-
he's he's shut down again.
I'm magically
Where's it come
crying,
from?
his nose just drips blood.
His water cooler's leaking, yes.
A trident, is he a sorcerer like your boss, or a more wizardly, bardic?
Wizardly, more learned.
Mr. Wizardly.
But these are the potions he has on hand. Nothing extraordinary. You get the idea that the cold brew isn't a... The reason he's been able to expand so much is because he doesn't try and deal in high-end, expensive magic items that are hard to sell later on.
Potion of past.
What is that?
He has the Pawn Stars.
Potion of Past. I had my mouth full.
Oh, it's fast. I fucking changed the name. I just remade this thing, but, you know.
But I want there to be a Potion of Past now.
I saw that and I was like, there's Chrono
No.
just here?
Remember everything that you heard in the past 10 minutes in vivid detail.
I was gonna say Potion of
I
Past
used
gives
to
you
Viagra.
advantage on history
I put
checks
it
for
in
10
water.
minutes.
I call
I
it
was
the
gonna
Potion of
say,
Math.
it sends you to where you were 6 seconds ago, and gives you back anything you had 6 seconds ago.
That would be fucking broken.
You know,
It would be
if we had a chronomancy wizard, we might introduce that, but, you know, only graviturgy, so sorry.
I'll beat you up.
For anybody
Oh,
wondering,
DM.
Chronergy things are
Come
really
on.
cool though.
these are the potions that are available at the moment. I'll just put it like that.
Potion of Path. There's I think I saw a homebrew thing that did that. That was like,
I was gonna say I might make a potion of pass now, and it would be like
yeah,
you
I
get.
think it was like a time time cleric, and like a high level channel divinity was you go back 6 seconds and regain like any spell slots you had taken and go to where you were 6 seconds, which
Nice.
is
That'd be
a cool concept for a high level cleric.
It'd probably be like a very rare potion though, because
Yeah, that's like super powerful.
yeah, because wizard with 9th level spells casting it, then drinking the potion and casting 2 meteor swarms would be detrimental.
It might have a cap like arcane recovery or something.
Yeah, probably
Anywho.
max a 5th level spell can be recovered or something.
I will. I don't need anything specific. Ooh, mana would be cool, but don't think I use enough 2nd level spell slots for it to be super useful. Also, I have that pearl of power.
Go choke on your pearl.
Oh fuck! Here it is.
Sorry, his dick's so big that, you know.
Oh boy.
I'm choked on my whole dick right now. Where was that house again? What was it called?
Which one? Oh, the whorehouse.
The House of Pleasure?
The House of Pleasure. I'm kidding. Soul would rather get magic items in this moment.
Now I thought of an extremely good name
sentence
for a
was
male
going.
strip club. The House
The
of Measure.
girl has
The House of Measure. That's great,
House
actually.
of Measure. Oh, penis.
It's just a house of weights and measures.
So I thought Soul was going to say he'd rather, instead of look at spell scrolls and potions, rather get a stick sucked.
No, it was the opposite.
Oh, hold on. Is that what you think we mean by House of Pleasure? No, I mean, they sell full sheets of bubble wrap and every one of them pops.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
that's
There's not
nice.
one to...
Not even D&D has the magic to make that real.
That's the House of Pleasure I'm looking for, brother.
Bruh, it's like a weird niche thing that they would have for like only rich people. It's in the Gilded Esplade. It's just like this.
No, it's actually
Weird.
it's this massive building inside the Crescents. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh my
eyes
god.
wide shut.
It's actually why Val hates it so
It's-
much, because he could never
it's-
afford to go in.
It's only for sells comfort food and does like weird, like satisfying things. This giant screen where like the DVD thing hits the corner of the TV every
Everyone-
time.
Strange
Everyone
satisfying
speaks in
things like
ASMR.
listening to ASMR.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it
gosh,
was-
Exa, you sound so different. Anywho,
So-
does anyone want a potion?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I want to say my mind.
Sad ring, David Tennant.
Battery.
So, on the list of things, Scribes, Heaven, and Arcane Anomaly are both in the Gilded. You are closer to every other shop on the list now before going to those. So,
okay.
Just saying,
So
economically or like time-wise, it would be smarter to go to everything else before you go to the actual legal bubbles.
Bubbles.
So where are you guys going next?
Probably
Also,
anything.
Point of order, something we have not covered yet.
Sure.
Val
Hmm.
has a massive motherfucking beard.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that yet, but my beard is like...
Yeah, he has the belt of dwarven kind. He has a dwarven level beard as an orc.
It's like
So,
sternum length at this point.
So,
For some reason, I always picture Val as being an orc but having blue skin. I think it's the ocean and lightning magic.
according to Val, he has dark green skin.
I know. I just for
I know.
some reason I always picture him in my head.
Hey, different artists interpret different things different ways.
Well, in this case, my interpretation is just wrong.
Yeah, and by interpretation, I mean you're wrong and bad.
Some of those ways are wrong.
And some of those ways are straight up objectively wrong.
So, where are you guys going to next?
Is there a tailor nearby? No.
There is.
I go get my
Why did I
portrait.
say tailor?
Barber?
Is there a hair cutting
Thank
place?
you.
Yeah, barber.
Oh, easily a barber nearby. Do you want to go get it trimmed up
You
and
need-
stuff?
Barber surgeon or just a barber?
Surgeon.
Is there a surgeon?
I'd like to get a
Well,
skull.
they used to be the same thing back
I
in
will
the day.
say, once the beard has grown fully, whatever you trim it to, it will stay that way.
Okay.
So that way you
Okay.
don't have to constantly do this. Because I don't.
Barbers were also the dentists, is why I said barber surgeon, because that was a legit title in the medieval times, because the barber was also the dentist.
Yeah, I need 3 tooths pulled.
Tooths?
Oh, you're
I
here.
need
You're here.
tooths.
You're here for tusk extraction.
I would like 3 tooths, please.
Yeah, I need my tusk stripped out. Can you do something about this beard?
How would you like it styled?
I don't know. What's the style in Damali these days?
Depends. Do you work on a ship? Are you a noble? Are you just trying to get by?
Just cut it.
He'll give
Like,
whatever you want. He'll just give you, like, I don't know what you want. Do you want a
I don't
long?
know
give
what
you
I
the
want either,
use
'cause
special.
I keep forgetting he has a beard. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay,
Give
whatever,
you the use.
whatever you decide that Val's beard is gonna be. I don't think I'll let you go like cut clean shaven because you're wearing the belt of dwarven kind.
No, he had a beard beforehand.
Yeah, so whatever you choose.
Wasn't this goddamn
Just-
thick?
No, fuck you, no.
Chin strap.
Patient came in the other day with a legit chin strap and I could not fucking take him seriously.
As long as it's more facial hair than I currently have after 8 days of not shaving.
It is. Question. Bo, you've said that Val's tusks are like normal length long, like they've not been trimmed down.
Yeah.
Wow. Just verified.
Chin strap. I will follow anyone everywhere. Unless we could.
Are you Denzel?
No,
Yeah.
I'll never be done.
His next place is pretty far away. All the other places are closer. So
Then can I go to the broiled and baked?
you can. Give me 1 second to scroll to that. So many shops.
And I am looking to.
You see it's more of a. It's unlike these giant shops. This one looks more like a decently sized house. And as you walk in, you do see an older turtle woman behind the counter who just looks to be rocking in a very heavily reinforced chair. Hi, dearie. How may I help you?
This
Yeah,
voice.
I know.
That you
I'm
chose.
trying, okay?
That's a work
Hell
for him.
yeah. A regular Matt Mercer over here.
Shh. I'll never be that god.
Wow. Is that what Val is really choosing?
Y'all
Is-
just chin strap, and I had to go find it.
Burnsides? That's who it is, right?
I think so.
If Val wants that, I'm gonna pay.
No,
If Val
only-
gets that, I'm commissioning character art of it to immortalize it.
I think that's Ambrose.
How can I help you, dearie?
Yeah, it's Ambrose.
Yeah, I know my Civil War generals.
Oh, Ambrose.
Wow. She's cool.
I took Civil War history as a college class.
Oh,
Nerd.
haha.
Nerd in my Dungeons and Dragons game? Never. Get out,
Nerd
Chris.
from band.
What? I don't.
Get out, Chris.
What?
You're banned.
Okay, back to the game.
I've had these tools for a bit, and I need to replace them. Do you have a good set of cook's utensils?
I actually have a brand new set that just came off the thing. I have a couple in stock, actually. So she will show you much more efficient than what you bought when you were just learning what to buy.
Mm-hmm.
You actually know what to look for. Cooking utensils is actually only 1 gold, but
Yeah.
if you're
8 pounds.
yeah, but if you want something more substantial, we'll say there's a 5 gold set that gives you some more portable oven and some things that can be easily put in the bag folding.
Yes.
So we'll say 5 gold, and there's a pretty good thing that will save you some time down the road. Nothing magical, but just, just because you guys have some money at the moment, but...
Okay. Well, okay.
I just want that because I know some of the meals in the cookbooks, and it's not going to be things that are included inside the cooking utensils to cook. So...
That's fair. Do I notice any books, or do I have to ask?
Roll a d4.
Okay.
That's not the notice books check. Wait a second.
You do notice on the counter, folded very neatly, is a cookbook. Can you roll a d20 for me?
Yep.
More curry.
7. Let me find... You have your own folder in my Google Sheets. 7.
Me having my Google Sheets open just to see what kind of book it is.
This is actually an interesting one. You see, as you look and you inquire about it, yes, it's actually a very nice cookbook that was dropped off. I've had a little bit of trouble selling it. It's vegetarian meals.
I can work with that.
So it will cost you 25 gold.
Okay. And is there anything else of note?
Not specifically in this shop. Nothing, no pocket kitchens or anything like that.
Okay.
That's still a ways off because I have to...
Aww, I just saw the name.
Yes. Told you, people get references every so often.
Aww. It's titled Kildar's Vegetarian Heaven.
Because it was going to be Kildar's Carnivorous Creations, but Kildar was a vegetarian, so... But there's that. Is there anything else you guys would like to... Anyplace else?
Not here.
General store, do you guys need to pick up anything of note, or anything there? They would have general store, anything you need, plus probably some other things, but...
Plus probably some other things. No, they only carry exactly what we need, nothing else.
Well, it's a pretty successful store, so they'd have more. I'm trying to look through all of my shops I've created. Weaponsmiths, armorsmiths, general stores, pretty much the last 3 things you have in this area. And you can check out the inns nearby.
Stuffed micketed.
Jake, I've made a decision.
Is that it right there?
No, that's not it. That's what it looks like now, probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go full Blackbeard.
Hot. Both are hot in different ways.
Beautiful.
I get it.
Okay, so just so people can see, this is the beard that Val is choosing.
Yo ho.
not actually choosing this, but it would be a funny thought.
It would be. Where else would you guys like to go?
I think we're next gonna go towards the Gilded.
And also, just DM's curiosity question. You guys are just kind of walking around like it's a fun day, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to ask questions, but nowhere we've gone has really been somewhere to ask questions yet.
You know the classic like comedy bit where the wife takes the husband shopping and it's like a montage and the husband's getting progressively more and more bored? That's Exa.
So I was gonna say that earlier when we were in the potion shop with Soul. I was gonna say,
Exa belongs only to commit crimes and violence.
I feel like Soul is just leading us through the
He doesn't need items.
He's picking up like a person going,
unless he's out here buying good agate, he's good.
I am ready.
What Soul is doing is he's going to every single shop and picking up every single thing, but not buying a single thing.
Or window shopping. So we went to the
that's
cold
what I
brew,
want,
the
though.
bolstered potion. We went to broiled and baked.
Yes.
Did y'all want to go to like hardened defense or broken shield and look at some armor? I know, Mistress, you just bought new armor. I don't think any of the rest of us really need armor.
I can't wear armor.
I can't afford.
Out of curiosity, what's Val's AC right now?
What?
High enough.
What's what?
Val's AC.
16, but I can't make it go higher.
Not
That's fine, I can't make it go higher than this.
I don't need anything else from here. Everything I need is in the Gilded Enclosed.
General stores, in case you didn't want to blow all of your money on a single orangish rock.
No,
For a
I'll
bear.
blow all my money on a single
month.
just rock.
Like, is this gonna permanently make the bear smart?
Yes.
30 days, actually.
No, it's charmed for 30 days. It remains permanently smart.
I'm now looking that up because I thought it was only 30 days.
That's how you get awakened civilizations. Are we all ready to go to the Gilded, boys? Let's go.
1 second.
Yeah, no, it looks
No,
like
good.
it's permanent.
We're good, Jake.
Oh yeah, okay, so it is permanent, damn. I had always just read the 30 days and stopped reading because I was like, timeline, there we go.
Like, before we go blow 1,000 gold on a shiny rock to make a bear talk to us, is there anything we might actually need?
No, just that.
Literally no.
More things to
The
put
curse of
with?
being a hexblade warlock. I can pick up.
Unless you want me to keep
Unless it's like a
cooking
small
curry.
trinket, I can't pick up items.
I mean, yeah, we can go to a general store and we can get the common goods like
Curse is starting with a very good item.
food. Okay, let's go blow our money on a shiny fucking rock.
Hell yeah, baby! Rock time! Let's go to the rock store.
Oh,
So-
we passed like this moon
The
statue,
rock store
right?
is my favorite store
Yes.
in Tucson, Arizona.
You passed
Hold on.
a statue of a crescent moon.
And it's just a crescent moon, right? Not
Yeah,
a...
very nicely
Alright.
carved out of stone, but yes.
Is it
Um,
waxing or
as-
waning?
It's a crescent
As we
moon.
leave-
I don't know the difference.
The cooking
One faces one
store?
direction, one faces the other.
It's wax.
Which one I know?
Here's the
Which
moon,
one is
it's got a
which?
full moon.
Great
Move on.
question. I don't fucking
Chris,
know.
what were you saying?
As we leave the cooking store, I am going to take Val by his arm, like we're walking together, and kind of like lean up into his ear that someone is following us.
And give him a nice little kiss.
My ear, please.
No.
It's probably gonna take about 20 minutes. Walking in and just being like, "Hey, where's the jewelry shop?" People point you towards it. There's no real high investigation check for finding a shop in a shopping district of a major town.
Alright, we'll split up. I'll go to the Scribe's Heaven. You... would you like some money for the agate? Or would you like to pay for it yourself?
I don't.
I can have
What if
money.
it has it?
if I find the agate, I'll come find you guys, and then we can come back and pool our money for it.
Why are you whispering to me? This is a
I'm
tough.
not whispering. This is just my voice.
I swear your voice was different. Are you gaslighting me?
I mean, yes, but I can't do the French accent, so I had to give up on doing a character voice. And
I
then,
don't know what you are
and then
talking
Chris
about.
did
This is
ASMR. I'm like,
me.
oh, that's perfect.
It is
Probably
me,
not going to be a good
I have
idea to
always
split
sounded like
up.
this.
Seems to think someone is following us.
So you want to split up, and see which way they follow.
No, I think it would be a bad idea to split up.
Bad idea.
Especially considering the last time Exa went alone on his own, he almost died and came back with a fucking bear.
Classic Exa move right there.
Exa is banned from wandering about on his own now.
What is this?
To be fair,
I
he is
think-
a 3-year-old. You guys are very irresponsible.
Exa,
think-
how much gold do you have?
588.
It's not going to be anywhere near enough to buy 1,000 gold pieces.
Exactly. That's why JR and I are pooling our money.
How much money-
gold do you have together?
Maybe mistress? Question mark.
So, how much money do you
How much
have?
gold do you have together?
Currently, I'm so glad you asked, Dungeon Master. I have 1,825.
1,800 gold. What the fuck?
He never split. He
I
net.
never split the gold.
He kept all of the loot from the dream encounter, all of the money,
Oh my god.
which was like 1,100 gold.
That's fair. Also, I spent a shit ton of money on half plate. So.
I'm telling this to the DM.
Jesus
You guys
Christ.
don't
Pour it out.
know
You have
this.
how much gold? No.
So much money.
Pirate, and at least he shares.
I
It's
saw the
wild
gold and I
being
was like,
a low-level character again. Because if you told an Uwu character you had 1,800 gold, they were like, "Wow, that's an ice cream right there."
How
So,
much does a banana cost? It's
Soul
like-
will help like pay for things. I'm not gonna never like.
Okay, when I make the
Hoard.
connection, being a pirate and having to split loot all the time, when I make the connection that Soul shouldn't have this much money,
make an insight or intelligence or perception. Make a check of make an intelligence-based check with
Check
advantage.
yourself. Make a check
Oh.
yourself before you wreck yourself.
insight's +3. Okay.
That works. I'll take insight.
I didn't spend
Okay.
any.
You haven't spent
So
any
far?
of it.
I haven't spent any.
Did you take away the money from writing down the spell?
I did.
Plus an extra 50% because that's the building
Yeah.
the spell? Okay.
So when it's about money, Val rolls well.
Yeah, you do the mental math in your head and you're like, maybe he had more money before showing up, but probably not. And
Also, yeah, I haven't spent any. I wouldn't have said I had 18,000 gold because that's flawed.
1,800.
Well, I did ask in character at the same time.
Did you in character?
Yeah,
ask
he
how
did.
much money I had?
Yeah, I was asking Exa and then I asked
Oh,
you. Jake
I
asked
was
you,
I was telling the DM in character.
So Exa has 500. How much did you have, Soul?
I have the rest.
The rest.
Insight,
Yes.
he believes he has enough. You have a 22 on insight. You believe that he believes he has enough to buy it, no matter the cost. It's at least what you told him.
You're going to get ripped off, but alright, you two run off into the Esplanade and have fun.
Well, maybe not right now. He can go off by himself and get it. I feel like maybe if we split up, like if the person follows you, we'll definitely know why they're here. If
Honestly, I would rather Exa not split up. If the two of you together, I still don't trust, but at least the two of you together.
I don't want to find the gem shop. I want to find the magic shop.
Two of you can go find a magic shop, find a gem shop.
Listen, guys, we're not in a rush. We can
can
take
do
our
both.
time.
You're not in
We
a
know.
rush.
We can
Like,
do both.
2 hours have passed since you left the Crescents. It's like 3, 4
Um,
We
p.m.
can take our time and do all of the things.
You have plenty of time.
Has
Speaking of
he
which,
been
what's
following this
nearby?
us this whole time, Mistress?
What'd you say?
I'm asking Mistress if he's been following us this whole time.
Just since the cook store.
So, I want to talk through the coin to whoever is within range to hear it and ask if I should do something to stop them.
You don't
What's he
know.
look like?
Mistress doesn't know. Mistress, the hairs on the back of her neck are standing up. To be
I just have a-
specific.
feeling.
Right. So I can zip off and try and see if someone's following.
Yeah.
I could break off
see who it
shadow
is.
step and hide, and try to see if someone is following the group. And I can still stay close enough that I can use the coin to talk to them.
That would be the first step, but after that, there's not exactly somewhere here in the Esplanade that we can pull them aside and murder them. So.
No, I'm not saying murder. We can find out
I'm
what's
just
going
saying,
on first.
who are they? Maybe he sees a certain tattoo that they have. Maybe
Well,
it's someone you know.
My
And we
point
won't
being,
have to.
if it does turn violent, there's nowhere here in the Esplanade we could pull someone aside into an alley and interrogate
It
them.
won't turn violent. We'll be fine.
So you guys are still in the beaded, by the way. This conversation's happening as you walk, but I'll say within the next minute or two, you'll be entering the gilded.
Yeah, let's do
Well,
it.
I'm going to break off down in the alley, immediately cast Without Trace, and then shadow step back out into a shaded area.
Make a perception check, just a regular one. And we'll say that the roads are full of people. So this isn't going to be like you step off to the side and be like, okay, who's acting shady and following? It's going to be one of those that you have to follow the group yourself stealthily and make a stealth check and see who's specifically looking like they're following the group.
That's a 21.
We'll duck into a shop.
Yes. All right, what shop are you ducking into? Are you trying to...
The closest.
What's nearby?
Okay.
Magic shop.
Out of Scribe
The
7, Arcane
Scribe.
Anomaly, and the Rock Shop, what's nearby?
Scribe's Heaven, for sure.
Let's go
We'll
to
head
Scribe
there.
7.
So Scribe's Heaven will be like another 10-minute walk. Yeah, about another
That's fine.
10-minute walk. 15.
That'll give
All
of them
dim.
enough time to set up, and then we'll duck in and see who follows in.
Yeah, all dim, keeping within distance of them, hopping from shadow to shadow, doing your stuff. You narrow it down to 4 or 5 people have pretty much followed the same pathway since then. And as they stop and duck into the Scribe's Heaven, I'm gonna DM who you see. So give me a second.
It's me, JR.
Jonathan Ronathan.
Me, Jonathan Ronathan. A 6-foot tall redhead. A little chubby, but he means
It
his
still
best.
blows my mind that you're 6 foot tall.
Really?
Your voice is not 6 foot tall.
Yeah, I used to
okay?
hear
What's my voice?
5'8".
I'll fucking kill you.
You're 5'8" at best with that voice.
Ben, how tall are you?
Sorry.
I'm 5'11".
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see,
Imagine being 5'11".
Yeah, imagine not.
Imagine being a literal midget.
I think you're the only guy
Hold on.
who isn't at least 6 feet tall.
Bo has a 6'4" voice.
How
Yeah.
tall's Bo?
Yeah.
6'4".
Classic.
I mean, I'm
How tall are you,
6'3". I'm 6'3.5". That's not cheap.
I'm only 5'10".
Fair, that's
Really?
fair.
Right,
I'm
exactly. Do I have a
Yeah,
5'10"
again, you have a
voice?
6-foot voice.
I'm actually only 8 inches.
Wow, that's pretty.
Yeah, if you start counting from the side of the ruler that starts at 12.
One of the guys in my D&D group in college, in the groups that I ran, he was 6'7" and full of fucking bear, and never spoke and had the weirdest life backstory.
Life backstory.
Who the fuck is this guy?
So, there was this TikTok that I saw last night after Ubu ended. And this woman is 6'10" and she looks like a legit Slenderman.
So
It is legit Slender.
you see you all enter a 2-story tall building that is made of red bricks. Large ornate. There's a large ornate sign outside with an animated quill that writes "Scribe's Heaven," and then the text disappears and it rewrites it again. You do see a half-elven woman, probably in her late 30s, early 40s, behind the desk. She's very polite. Hi, everybody. My name's Serenity. How may I help you?
Ooh, I like your name.
We're in
My
a
name is
whorehouse.
Firefly, actually.
This is a whorehouse. Describe
Serenity.
heaven.
How much for a night?
She looks you all up and down and settles on Soul and goes, I take it we're here for the arcane. You're in the right place.
Yay!
Is there
That's
anything you
very
particularly like? I carry pretty much
I would
most
say, how do you guess
things.
that Soul's the only one that doesn't carry a weapon? Oh, I guess all of them does.
Well, he has all of them's not here, and Soul has a arcane book and robes
Also has a giant mace.
and a dick.
And my goddamn.
Yeah, he needs a weapon to be able to.
And show motion, and you do see books on the shelves, like multiple books in the shelves behind her. A couple wands on the shelves.
Spell books? Yeah, there's like empty spell books, or
there
like
is
books
some
about spells.
There's empty spell books. There might be a few full spell books, though you would know that those cost multiple thousands of gold.
Yeah, who would buy a already full spell book?
Somebody who's
That's like buying a pre-built PC.
wizards.
Yeah, like what?
Wow.
Oh, I've never done that. Oh.
Wait, what?
I don't really like this spellbook. It's built on Intel.
Oh, I thought you meant player character. I was very much lost.
Yeah, let me buy someone else's
A
PC.
pre-built PC. I'm in the D&D space right now.
People
Empty
pay for
spell books
characters.
and wands and different arcane focuses. I ask, what kind of spell scrolls do you have?
Well, and she'll pull one of the books off the shelf, and you actually see as she opens it, it looks like there have been spell scrolls that have been written and slid inside these like holders almost. Not laminated sheets, but pretty much what you could make back in the day. And she flips through, and you can see that this is very efficient. There's pretty much anything 4th level or below in spells here. And she does have some more rare ones, but let's be honest, not worth listing. You can't afford them.
Yeah.
You have Cloud Kill?
I got Cloud Kill.
I got Kill a Kill. I will buy.
It kills anyone that doesn't have enough swag.
Oh, it's just hard for me. They only deal in spell scrolls, right?
I do have intro motion to a wall. Recently bought those, and you will see a couple wands. They're enchanted to make spells do a little more damage.
+1 wands.
+1 wands. There are some +2 and +3s, but again, price.
Yeah. I think I'm good for now.
Don't have any staffs on hand. Arcane Anomaly might have some of those, but he's been in a bad mood as of lately, so...
Really? Why? What's got them down?
Some adventurers came through and bought up a bunch of his stock, and next day some people came in and made fun of his shop for being in the Esplanade, but not having anything on hand.
Aww.
He still has some things, but like, when you enter into a shop here and you see nothing on display, or barely anything, and she'll like use air quotes to say like he still had things.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't like, oh, look at all these fine items. He pretty much got a bad Yelp review from some noble who didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Fucking nobles.
Not a magic man like myself.
Yeah. Like Harold said, the Arcane Anomaly has definitely been used as a like show-off point before. Like it has a very big name, and like you go there and you talk to the owner, and he shows you some cool magic items, and people get like wowed by magic because most people can't use it.
Yeah, magic's cool. I forgot.
She does have a scroll of Finger of Pleasure. It's only a bard spell though, so none of you can learn it.
What? Excuse me?
I'm gonna buy it.
Ma'am?
Take a level into bar.
Finger of pleasure?
Yes, it's a 4th level, and it instantly does the job for somebody.
What?
I'm not even kidding. In my home game, we had a bard, and we homebrewed a spell called Finger of Pleasure for him, which is why I find that so funny.
Oh my god!
No,
I could
big
learn from
finger.
this.
Get in one level into Bard soon.
It's a 4th level spell.
4th level spell.
Because
9 levels into Bard.
so the thing
Can
is
I
like
fully change my character class into.
so
No.
the thing is it instantly makes them orgasm. So that's a really like strong effect because there's no save from it. So it pretty much stuns them for a round or 2.
Yeah.
Otto's
Does
irresistible dance.
Does that automatically break Constitution checks?
Concentration, yes.
Already
Concentration checks.
I'd have to look it up, but I believe it's a 1-round stun plus automatic break on concentration checks and advantage to befriend them afterwards.
Oh my gosh! Advantage? What if they didn't want to just come?
Yeah.
I know
Trust me, it was a spell that was only used twice, and it was both used on NPCs.
There's a spell called Power Word Stun.
Power word come. An alternate version of the spell. Power word come.
But that's 8th level, and it only works if they have less than 150 hit points.
That's wild and wacky.
It was a home game, and I wanted the chaos.
I would be walking into every bar just being like, come!
Pointing.
Just use first level command, come.
That's very humorous. Maybe I could learn a thing or two from bards. But
I don't think you need to learn.
it sounded
anything.
like a really forced laugh. I am going, cause the other place doesn't have much stock. I just, I don't want to spend all my money right now. But I do want spells, so I will buy stuff. Let me see what I had on the list. They don't. Oh, fucker.
4th level or below, spells are here. There are spells that you can't even perform yet that are here.
I just read before I sneezed. I went, read.
I will. I think I already have a few of the spells that I sent you all those years ago.
It was like last week.
All those decades ago. No. Oh no, I sent you the list of spells that I wanted like
Yeah, I know.
11th of October. Comprehend languages, absorb elements, Misty Step.
She has them all.
Hey, gamer! How much would they be?
I'm looking up cost right now because I always forget it. So cantrips are 25 gold. Commons are.
I don't think you can get cantrips.
Technically you can't, but it's still in the things.
You can use cantrip spell scroll.
Oh,
yes, that's
yeah,
you just
but
can't
you
write them
can't
down.
copy them into. Yeah, okay.
You're such a wizard. You literally forgot that you can use spell scrolls.
Yeah, I was like, why would you buy a spell scroll not to copy it down into your spell? First levels are what?
I think 50 gold.
50.
Uncommon, yeah. Second levels are 100.
All right.
Thirds are like they start exponentially going up in cost. I remember.
I will.
Yeah, because the spell scrolls themselves are once you get into the
copying them.
Copying them also.
Name.
Yeah.
Better not spend too much money here trying to get that.
Oh,
I hope you know you're doing the voice for it, not me.
That's fine.
What?
Can I do the voice for? Can I? Hi. No. I'll buy comprehend languages and I'll subscribe 200 gold from my thingy.
Okay, you spend 200 gold on comprehend language and Misty Step.
And absorb elements.
Yep.
Because they're both all 2 first level, 1 second level.
I trust you to do your math.
I did it wrong. I accidentally subtracted 600.
Oh, sorry. She was.
Oh fuck! She fucked me. Do you write the spell scroll down to yourself?
I do a lot of the higher level enchantments. There is a group of wizards in town that are going through an apprenticeship, and part of their practice is writing down a lot of the lower level spell scrolls. So they get to learn how to properly write down spells. We get to sell the scrolls. Everybody profits. Very
exciting.
What's up?
Enchantments as in the higher level spell scrolls?
Yes, I do have some 5th,
You
6th,
write-
and 7th level spell scrolls
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
personally
yeah.
write, but she will list off what she has, but of course you hear it
Yeah.
and go, I can't afford that.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
Circle
I'll
of
come
Death?
back.
What? No?
Oh, fine. I'll take 1 Circle of Death, please. Cast on myself right now.
Yeah. Everybody
Um,
dies.
Yay! New campaign. I think I am good. Let me look. I'll take a bigger, but we could cut to the next door as I look at
So we'll just
D&D Beyond
yeah,
spells.
you do that.
Oh wait.
So-
Can I buy Tower? Goldier's Tower, which is a spell from Laboratory of Qualish.
Is
Laboratory of Qualish is amazing.
it
Yeah,
official?
it's where Flocka. Yeah, it's where
Yeah.
Flocka Familiars is from.
Goldier's Tower. I'm looking it up.
It's like Magnificent Mansion or the smaller one, the Dome.
Lehman's Tiny Hut.
But it's Lehman's Tiny Hut, but it's a 2-story tower. There's no kind of special warding like Lehman's Tiny Hut, so people would still have to make checks. But it's a 2-story tower. You can choose what you want for each tower. One to be like a bathroom, bedroom for people, study. I'm thinking about like on the go study.
But it's not invisible like Magnificent Mansion. It's an actual thing that appears.
It's not. Yeah, it's not invisible. You need space for it.
I'm looking
Like
up right
if
now.
we were in the woods at night,
So-
I would summon a tower.
You basically summon like a snow fort to hide it.
Yeah.
There's a similar magic item, but that one's pretty much indestructible.
Yeah, the Adamantite Tower, and it's also very rare.
And does a shit ton of damage.
Yeah.
So apparently people have just taken to picking it up and
Is this
dropping on
basically
enemies over and over.
what Caleb cast in the Armoire?
No.
Caleb cast
No,
an
that's
eighth level
Magnificent.
No, I
So,
know,
yeah.
but
7th.
it's
No.
not what he got the idea from.
No.
think it's pretty-
No,
It's-
he just reflavored the mansion because the mansion says it says there are like a bunch of rooms and a bunch of square things, and he was like, I can take that, and it says you can like flavor unseen servants to make any food. It's a really cool spell.
Is it the mansion?
Yeah, it is Magnificent.
mansion.
It's reflavored Mansion.
It's reflavored.
They answered it in Talks Machina.
Magnificent Mansion.
What is this a
And
part?
in the next episode, he was like, "You tell me, Scan Man."
What is this a part of? What expansion?
Laboratory of
Laboratory
Qualish. It's on D&D Beyond. It's. I don't think you have it
I'm-
because I can't look at it in my
Yeah,
phone.
I'm going to see spells.
Having something?
What? It's where Flocka Familiar is from. It's a cool. I'd like to play it. Sounds cool.
I was thinking something else.
Galder's Tower.
So what level spell is it you said?
3rd.
Yes, you can get it.
All right. How much is 3rd? 150.
I think no. They start exponentially going up. I think it's like
200.
200 or 300. I'll put 200. We'll find out later and adjust. Just don't.
Alright.
Just make sure you have at least 100 gold left.
Yeah. Oh, I have more than 100.
No, I mean after the agate. Like
Oh yeah.
So
there.
Breath of the Gold.
Several things.
All of you guys punch me in the face. Let's go to the other shop, lads and lasses.
So when we walked in, I pulled Mistress aside, like to the side of the counter while Soul did his thing, and leaned against the counter and watched the door.
Oh yeah, how many
And
people are in the shop? That's what I was
Just
gonna
you.
ask earlier. Just us.
there'll be one other wizard who looks to be like looking at the wands, but he's keeping to himself like most wizards do.
Yeah.
So me and
Classic
Mistress were
wizard.
leaning against the counter and just kind of casually talking to ourselves quietly
Yep.
and watching if anybody.
The shopping excavated is done. During that, I would have used the coin
to
to
tell them that
that
there was a
a
young orcish girl
orcish girl
that was following.
that I think might be the person that was following us.
And
And I will. I guess I can see Val through that window that he's looking out. Right?
No, the place you have a vantage point on, you can't really see inside the shop because of what you are. You're kind of pretty much above the person.
so
I'll just describe
describe
where
where she
she's at outside, so that we can get a look,
anyway.
or that anyone can get a look.
Yeah,
so
looks like such.
It looks, since he already knows the area, he might know this person.
you'd have to walk out to the you'd have to walk outside of the store. They're like around the corner of the store.
Nobody followed us in.
Nobody followed you in. No.
Okay.
I'm letting you know what's going on.
Sister?
Yeah. What, Chris?
I'm asking Val if he has a sister.
I do.
Like,
I mean, she looks like an orc, but I don't.
Describe her.
Oh, that's racist.
10 years
Val.
ago.
You saying all
Yeah.
orcs look like?
Describe her 10 years ago.
Yeah, she was young. I mean,
She
I
was
had a
6
few.
last time you saw her.
I had
Oh.
So now
I
she
had a
would be
few. I had
16.
two. I had 3 sisters.
I can do
One
math.
was, one should be about 16. The other should be about 14, and the last should be about 9. I don't know what they look like because it's been a very long time.
There's where she is. If you just want to
look
look
at
at
that.
it.
I would have made it hidden.
Also,
So you know that there's an orcish woman outside the shop to the left once you exited, but you cannot see her from where you are now.
Which direction do we need to go to get to?
Up to the right. So basically, say if you're here, she's just off to this like southeast, and the next shop would be farther in, so it'd be the northwest.
Let's keep going. I have no reason to see family if they exist here. I left them. I left them for a reason. I'm not here to find them. I'm here to kill a man, and that's it.
Aggressive.
To
Alright,
be clear,
let's go.
I'm here to kill a man that killed many of my friends and threw me over the side of a ship to drown.
True. I'm not saying you're wrong for it. I'm saying it's aggressive. And he's also aggressive. And we've also been known to be aggressive. We're aggressive folk.
That's true.
Is there anywhere else we need to go shop, or can we go back and find Harold?
No, let's go to the arcane anomaly. Smile.
The jewelry shop would be closer.
Oh, the jewelry shop, then the arcane.
You do see a very fine, and now that you know what you're looking for, mistress, you do notice the person following you. Very well, but you understand why you couldn't see her specifically in the shop, but she doesn't seem to be making any moves to specifically talk to you.
Is it the Lord following us, mistress?
But you do see a very fine...
Yes, but you don't want anything to do with her?
Would complicate matters. The lesson recognized here. To be incredibly frank, we are here to kill. I am here to kill someone who's under the protection of the Concord. Anyone who associates me with me in the city after we do that is going to be in trouble. No, I don't want to go meet my family. I ran away for a reason. And this is way too fucking fancy for me in the Esplanade.
Oh yeah, you feel so out of whack. And now that you mention it, so does this girl, like...
Mm-hmm.
Looks very out of place.
Crime
I'll hang
time.
out by the door whenever we get to the next shop, though.
What'd you say?
I'll hang out by the door whenever we get to the next
Outside
shop.
or inside?
Outside.
Make a perception check. As you enter, pretty much most of... It's a very nice brownstone building, very big panes of glass in the front, a nice solid oak door. As you enter, you do see a very... you see a water genasi inside dressed very finely, and you do see jewelry all over the counters behind what looks like probably some sort of magically reinforced glass. It's a very fine establishment, and... Hello, how may I help you today?
You already know. Oh, I would like an agate.
Agate, that is a weirder request. Just the straight gem or jewelry? Is there a reason for this?
Just a straight gem. If you have it a 1 at least, I'll put it at about 1,000.
And he looks at you weird, and he goes, the only agate I have, and he will reach behind the counter, look for a second, go behind to another counter, and pull out a little box. And he opens it up, and there seems to be a couple very finely polished lesser gemstones in there, and he does pull up a very polished one. We had planned on making this into an amulet at some point, but nobody really wants agates. This one's worth around 1,500 gold. And he'll set it down.
I want to roll a spicy insight check.
Go for it.
I'll aid him on that insight
Yeah,
check.
can you help me out here?
Yes, we're both
It's
gleaning.
probably going to be pretty bad with my wonderful 0 wisdom. Yeah.
Yes, it would, Chris, because
I
it's a
am
baby bear.
proficient
So
in
even if it
insight.
wasn't, it would still be that.
I was just making sure that we were gonna buy this and then can't use it.
Brown bear for D&D, which it is, even a full-grown one only has an initiative of 2. So yeah, or an intelligence of 2.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah, he says.
You
Bears
have-
are pretty smart.
12. He's overcharging you, but you knew that going in. Like you knew that
Hold
coming
up.
into this place.
This bear about to be more intelligent than Mistress.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What's your intelligence?
9.
Nice.
Mhm.
I gotta awake myself.
Let's do it.
I mean, do you
Let's
awake yourself
go.
every morning? But
Yeah, honestly, every day is a new awakening.
Whoa.
I awake myself by reading conspiracy theories.
I get woke.
in the
This
back of your
bear
head,
about to do more math. Good.
in the back of your head, as you're buying this gem, you just hear Val exasperatedly screaming, "What the fuck is the point? It's a bear."
He's a friend. He's a friend.
Val doesn't understand the point of this at
I have to
all.
mark off the note. The paper. The paper's the same amount. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I already did. Did I? Oh, wait. Did I? Oh, I did it wrong. Oh, wrong.
What?
I took 75 gold away from my gold, not my magic paper,
Yeah.
when I made the homebrew spell.
Yeah, you gotta remember the paper cost.
It's the paper, not the raw gold. Mister, so you chipping in for this agate?
I think Mistress is broke.
I'll give you 500 GP.
You obviously don't know how things work in this area.
Hold on.
No,
Not
I
only
mean,
is
I'll
Mistress
give
broke,
JR
but
500
fuck
GP.
for having all the goddamn money.
I don't know
I mean,
what you're
I will
talking
give-
about,
I
and you
will
don't
give
know what
JR
you're talking about.
500 GP.
I love how X is gonna pay a third of the cost for his own bear.
I pretty much all my money.
I know, I just like it.
I'll
I
pay.
will pay.
If JR wants overtime, I'll pay him.
You'd all be
back.
200 gold richer
No, it's all
if
good.
Soul had split the money, but yes.
No, it's fine. I'll pay 1,000 gold.
Okay. So you hand over the 1,500 gold, and he
This is worth it. I look.
he smiles and he picks up a fairly it fills up the size of the palm of your hand pretty good, very nicely polished agate, and he slides it across the counter and he goes, "Thank you for doing business," and he'll just count his money and put it away.
It sucks being in a big city. I knew he was overcharging me. Why didn't
Listen.
I try to persuade him down?
If you
What the
didn't go to Port Damali or Zadash, you wouldn't have found the agate for a while. But it's literally a place that they sell things like this, and it's the only reason you got it this early in the game.
I know.
Guys,
I hate
also
being a
really
big city
hopes-
because it means we can't just murder him and steal shit.
Oh yeah,
I
no.
don't know why I didn't try to persuade him down. I knew he was overcharging me. I have a persuasion.
you have a great persuasion.
Yeah.
Al really
Okay.
hopes it's an agate worth 950 gold.
from melting?
I tried making it.
950.
So while you guys are in there doing that, Did I send that?
No.
I know. I need to.
I don't even know who you're sending it to. I just said no.
Well, it's to you.
It was
Oh,
me.
then no.
And no. Great time. I just want to get to that magic item shop. And sleep.
You know exactly who it is.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Do you want to do anything now, or you want to go to magic shop, then do it while we shop?
This is all happening while you're shopping.
But I will say with that, considering you're the object of her thing, she does make eye contact with you.
Son of a bitch.
And she kind of stands up from where she's like hiding, but doesn't advance towards you. Kind of just stalemates.
Do you want me to go speak to her?
Did you stay outside with me?
I was putting up ice cream, so I have no idea what's going on except for you notice who it is exactly.
We're buying the agate.
I know, no.
They're buying the agate. While that's happening, I just stayed outside.
What do you
Didn't
do, Val?
necessarily say, so I'll be inside.
Okay.
So it's just you, Val. You know Aladdin's watching, but you can't see him.
I'll just kind of cough into my mouth and in the coin tell all of them I'm going to circle around a bit and meet up with everybody at the next shop. And I'll push off the wall and walk past her. And not make eye contact, but just tell her, I'll come find you. But you don't need to be seen here.
And she'll just look at you, and you see that. You see she goes to say multiple things, but none of them come out of her mouth. She looks very confused, and she just says, "Where? You don't know where we live anymore."
Go to where we used to live. This is the gist of what that meant.
And she'll just look. You can tell that there's a million things happening behind her eyes, like in her brain right now. She's just processing so much. And she just, like, her head dips in defeat and she just walks away.
I'll circle around, come back to the shop. If they have left, I'll move to the next shop. If they haven't left yet, I'll just keep waiting.
You could have done all that within the time it takes.
Okay.
I burst out the door. We're gonna awaken a bear!
No, for fuck's sake, why are we awakening a bear? This is just gonna... Do you ever have that little voice in the back of your head that says, no, don't do that?
No, I never hear that voice.
It's clearly obvious from both of you.
I do things with confidence.
Sometimes I hear you.
What was that?
Sometimes I hear you guys' voice in the back of my head. Still not sure why.
Oh my god.
That was significantly more creepy than I...
So, what else?
I will look Exit in the face and hold up the coin and cast message and go, do you hear me in the back of your head saying, don't do this, it's a stupid idea?
Yes. Why, yes, I do.
That's because it's a stupid idea.
He's like, oh, I get it. You're all telepathic.
Yeah.
That's a cool coin you got there. Is it a special minting?
You have one yourself.
You're 11 intelligence. You're not.
The point is not that Exit's stupid, he just doesn't fucking know how magic works. Actually, I guess this would make sense. But in this case, I think he's pretending to be stupid.
Classic.
He's really like, oh, what?
This is just the worst idea. It's gonna get us in so much trouble. Are we gonna do this in an alley some way? Or in Harold's?
Fucking hours! I'm gonna touch this goddamn bear!
You gotta touch it for 8 hours?
You have to touch a bear for 8 hours?
We have to do it a whole day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole day of shit.
Touch this fucking rock and touch this fucking bear for 8 fucking
I'll
hours.
stay with you.
How
I'll
are you gonna
also touch the bear for 8 hours, and if
How
I
are you
keep my
going
hand
to-
on it, I get it.
How are you going to get Callisto to sit still for 8 hours?
Why don't you just cuddle it while it sleeps overnight?
Take the level of exhaustion.
No. Go to sleep now. Cuddle it tonight. You're fine in the morning.
Get the opposite seats over.
So, as you enter the arcane anomaly, I just posted the thing just so we don't have to. I have to introduce a 17th fucking shop.
Yeah. Wow.
This shopkeeper, I know him. He has a raspy, high-pitched voice.
Those don't go together. At least not in.
They do.
Okay,
That
sweet.
was the point.
Yeah, have you ever heard?
Hey, Val.
Okay, so
Who?
if anybody wants anything that's in the shop, there it is. If not, we will move on to heralds.
Scroll of Find Familiar. What the fuck? For someone not me casting.
They can cast it once, get a familiar, and then after that it dies, and you'd have to buy another scroll to get it again.
It's a free pet for your kid.
You could buy a familiar for Lily.
Oh shit, we could buy a familiar for Lily.
And it would die after, or just when it dies, it would be there till it dies.
Yeah.
It would die when she hugged it too hard.
Technically, she would need to progress enough to.
I believe in her.
If we made her a wizard, then she could learn it herself.
Well, even at level 3, rogue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Arcane
we
Trickster.
can cast
Yeah.
Arcane Trickster. Yeah,
If we made her an arcane trickster.
we made her.
Technically,
We'll buy it and put it in the college fund. How about that?
157 gold if you want it.
No.
There's much, much easier ways to get that for her. But yeah.
Legion.
Ring of Spell Storing is one of the most broken items in the game. Just gonna say that.
Right?
Ring of
You're
Spells.
not wrong.
Because you could just put a bunch of Castle Find Familiar into it and pass the ring around, and everybody can have familiars.
Oh, that's the best idea.
Don't even try it.
I'm trying it.
It's a really expensive mall.
Jeez, Helm of Telepathy.
It's a +2 mole. What'd you expect?
I know, and I don't really do
Sanity
malls.
category.
What does Vicious do again?
If
I'll
you
look it
copy
up.
the spell, she still can't use it though. I think she can if it's in a ring of spell storing
Vicious is
I'm looking
crit
it up.
extra damage.
7
on a
more
crit.
damage.
Yeah,
Vicious
vicious only works on crits. But yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes you have a magic weapon if you don't crit.
Yes, but it's not. It's a magic weapon, but it's not +1.
But not like plus
It
1.
just counts as magic for overcoming the,
Yeah.
and it does an extra
Uh,
2d6 damage on. Yeah.
A lot of scrolls. Yeah, it doesn't have much. I
36.
Extra
what
2d6
is-
on a crit. It's not doubled. It's so basically it's 1d6 doubled. But you know
D&D Beyond just does an extra 7.
that's because it auto averages the damage.
I ask what.
Either way, you can just take the extra 7, or you could roll the 2d6. We'll cover that if somebody wants to buy it.
No, I'm good.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna ask him what the adventures look like that bought a bunch of stuff from him. Just in general, out of pure curiosity.
What adventures?
Yeah, because the other shopkeep mentioned.
Some group, no name. They just came through. There was about 8 or 9 of them. Spent about probably.
That's a lot of people for a party.
Were they mighty?
No.
Are they hooligans?
No, they and he'll
Did they consist
he'll
of
he'll
a
be
lion
he
a robot?
no, they did not.
No.
He will say it kind of hushed, and he'll just be like, they had gold cloaks on, and had money to spend.
Gold cloaks.
Val perks up at that.
Cool.
Like cloaks made out of gold?
No,
Seems like it'd be really fucking heavy.
they had gold cloaks.
Yes,
That
Do you
makes
know if
sense because
you-
gold's quite malleable.
I know exactly what, and he'll like make the recognition with you and nod.
And I'm looking at the rest of the group like, do none of you know who the gold cloaks are?
No, what's up?
My question is still, are
How
they
have
fucking
I
real
known
gold?
anything?
Val,
I
must
gave
be
you a
so
past mistress, but like the rest of you, I guess Exa gets
can I do a
past
history?
you.
Can I do
But,
a
like the
history
two
check?
of you, Okay, the Gold Cloaks are a mercenary group. Okay, there are two organizations in this world that I fear with my life, like, terribly. The Myriad and the Gold Cloaks.
Wow.
They're kind of on opposite sides of the coin.
So gold cloaks are good.
Well,
he did just describe them as mercenaries, so probably not.
I say opposite
Probably
sides
not,
of the coin.
strictly speaking, good.
It's more like adjacent sides.
Yes. The Gold Cloaks work within legal boundaries of if you hire them, they will do anything. And they are...
The Gold Cloaks aren't known for slavery. That's about all I can say for them.
They
But I'm
aren't?
sure if you,
Okay,
they're not.
good.
But I'm sure if you paid them enough.
That's step one.
That's step
Like-
one.
They are
Again-
very expensive, but almost level of efficient at killing things.
And it's like a full party. It's like 9 different classes. With their
No,
own fun
9
backstory.
different people is one of like 10,000 of them that exist.
It's a guild.
It's a guild
Oh,
of...
Guild.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a
mercenary.
It's a large amount of very expensive mercenaries that make a lot of money, and so some of them probably came
Apparently
back from
they're
a job.
Fucking barbarians. They can carry cloaks made out of solid gold.
he's
gold,
he's
Exa.
not gonna let this go.
I know you're 3 years old,
So you
but
can-
God, are you daft sometimes?
Exa. Classic Exa. Do you guys want to go back now? I do want to go to the Cobalt Soul. I mean, the big library that I don't know the name of.
You can't make it to the Cobalt Soul today.
Yeah. I'll do it another day.
Yeah, Exa is 3 years old. Exa is Guillermo.
It's fun.
And gonna die the same way. There's a lava pit coming up.
That's a bit weird. X's physical body is 3 years old. His mind is a lot older.
Yeah.
But he's only been in this world for 3 years old.
His
He only has-
his common sense in this world is only 3 years, though.
So at least
What do you
I'm
guys...
trying to make a Hamilton reference.
So,
you're trying to make one or trying not to?
Try
Oh,
not
it's not
to.
legal. He's a physical adult. He's not legal. He also can't have sex anyway because he doesn't have genitalia.
True.
what are you guys doing?
We're heading back.
Where?
Oh.
You said you would have dinner with Harold. I do know.
Oh. I thought he kicked us out, for real.
Oh, we are not.
No, he
Yeah,
said you're no longer allowed to sleep at his house,
there.
but he did say you
But
could come back and he would
dinner.
gather some information. He would
We
gather
can't
the
have
drum.
a sleepover with Harold? What the hell, guys?
What time is it?
How much is it?
Probably like 5 or 6 at this point. You've walked and shopped a lot.
Scroll.
I know this is a terrible faux pas, but I keep forgetting that I told you that I wanted to go look in the cord.
Yeah.
So,
You-
because I'm stupid, but my character would have known this, could I have told Ilya to meet me at the Temple of Cord?
Yes, that would have been.
Okay.
That would
I'm stupid. Val has an intelligence of 12.
Is Val the smartest? Oh no, Soul.
Yeah.
He's literally wizard.
Listen,
Soul.
Soul
Forget the class to use intelligence.
Soul is very book smart. Val is very practical
Oh,
sense
smart.
smart.
Well, yeah, street smart.
Yeah.
World smart.
Street smart.
So are you gonna go with them back for dinner, or are you gonna just go back late tonight? Like, you know that they're not staying at Harold's tonight.
I've just got that shit.
Yeah, you double booked yourself.
No, John Mulaney. I've got that John Mulaney street smart.
Oh,
Street Smart.
Yeah, I've
Gonna
got it
watch
stuck in
it
my head
tonight.
You got a clip of money, throw it the other way.
Binder method.
The binder method.
now. I'll go back to Harold's dinner.
I got
So,
down
by the time you get
back
to-
and started kicking up at him.
by the time you get to Harold's, it'll be probably around 7 o'clock. We'll say.
I'm gonna watch that tonight. I've decided.
So
Oh.
I can't get that in my head now.
at Harold's
Oh, wait. Is dinner already ready? Or
Yeah, by
can I
s-
help at dinner?
by 7, dinner would already be ready.
Okay.
I'm sorry, mistress, but these people keep a strict time
Curses
schedule
and full verbal.
on their stomachs.
You do. As you enter the estate, the door is opened by the butler, who just motions you all in and gives you a nod. You are ushered to a dining room that's had a couple extra chairs pulled up. He doesn't really have this many people over. He doesn't have a big enough house to have massive parties.
I see.
But there's a couple extra chairs pulled up. You can all pretty comfortably fit there. A little squished. All of them only takes up yay space, so it fits. But he motions for you all to sit down. There's some turkey, so like a giant turkey is served, some mashed potatoes, some vegetables. It's a pretty big spread. Sorry, trying to remember what voice I used. Can't remember. I'm not a voice actor.
The one male voice you have.
Hey, you know what? I've done like 3 different male voices today. Thank you. I did a pompous.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm not loud. I'm proud.
I've been spending a lot of time in the shower just thinking about voices to do. It's great.
I mean, you spend a lot of time in the shower anyway.
What
But
you think
I also spend a
about?
lot of time.
No, I have. The past week has been NNN. I've been fine.
I think about voices constantly. All the voices in my head.
So,
Anyhow.
how have you got? How was your first day of shopping in Port Damali?
it is every bit as gaudy and shitty as I remember.
He smiles and goes,
It will be much more exciting starting tomorrow. 'Cause
Oh,
we're gonna
by
have
the
an
way,
extra party member.
"Yes,
Just a warning. We have a bear.
I'm aware. We've been traveling for 15
Yes,
days
but that
together."
was a sentient bear that can talk. And he
Wow.
can talk.
It may take a shit on your floor tonight.
And
Not that we're sleeping here, because we're not, but in the meantime, it may still take a shit on your floor tonight.
Just please clean it up. I know you are all plenty capable of that.
Starting tomorrow, he won't take any shits on your floor. Unless he wants to.
Assume I'm
I
going
guess
to
I
do
can't.
it now.
So, what information did you all gather? What were you looking for?
Well, they decided to go shopping in the Esplanade, so we didn't exactly gather anything.
Oh,
Oh,
so you
what
just spent a
did you
fuck ton of
want?
money for no reason. I love that.
yeah.
You see-
1500.
You see a glint of like, he agrees with your mindset that this place is bullshit, but instead of you who spurs it, he thrives in it.
Yeah. I'm starting to respect this guy a little bit.
I'm not.
You get the idea that like, you hate the game, he's learned to play it.
Yeah. It's not the bear that's gonna be shitting on the floor.
You're
So-
gonna shit on the floor and blame the bear.
I'll say this. I did ask about new nobles. I did ask about anybody of new blood. I didn't get many answers today. I spent most of the day answering where the fuck I've been, because I disappeared for 3 weeks without any communication.
I'm surprised I haven't taken your house by now.
Trust me, it's month-by-month basis for rent. I was a couple weeks off from being kicked out. But luckily, my coffers are automatically paid by my banker, so I had a couple months before I was in danger of that.
I set up automatic payment on my app.
He's not super loaded, but he's loaded enough to like, he's not worried about being gone for a couple weeks and his entire life falling apart.
Gertrude, would you take the money down to the bank, please? Thank you.
Though my answers will be getting back to me tomorrow, there's some of the lesser nobles that thrive in drama, and when given tales of these poachers that these adventurers tore down and this blue dragon that they beheaded, oh, they thrived on that. They'll eat it up for
Glad we
weeks.
could help.
Oh, trust me, I know you're trying to keep a low key, so I hope it doesn't matter that I described the adventures as a little different than you. I know that your business here is illegal.
So long as no one asks you to prove your swordsmanship, I think we're both alright.
Oh no, I didn't say I did it.
Right.
I said I hired some adventurers and we went on a hunt for a dragon. And he'll pull out some of this, like he'll pull out a scale that you tried to carve into and threw away, but it still looks like a dragon scale.
Ooh, what a cool guy.
And he's like, I thought it might be handy. I know how these people work. And he'll toss it on the table. Tomorrow I'll have answers for you on any new nobles, but I had to play the games of the upper class to get somewhere.
Val's
Okay,
perspective
I hear it's
is just
new
ping-ponging
noble
back and
November.
forth, like, alright, I respect this guy. Man, he's a piece of shit. Okay, he knows what he's doing. Fuck this guy.
It's 100% like, he knows how to play his game.
Yeah.
His game is just different than yours. You punch people in the face, he tells them stories and gets them talking. and probably drunk.
I'll scarf the food down, begin copying spells at the table.
Did he get up and leave at any point?
Harold?
Yeah.
No. He's like his focus is on you.
No, I mean like when dinner's over and we're done, does he get up and leave?
No, he's gonna wait for you guys to leave the house. Like he said, you guys aren't staying here tonight.
How long does dinner take usually?
An hour. Not even 40. Like it's already ordered. It's already made when you get there. So like 30 minutes if you want to get in and out quick.
He's tapping his foot, waiting for us to leave.
Oh no, he's fine if you guys don't stay too late. But like if you want to get in and out so you can get to a tavern by a reasonable time, we'll say you can get out of there by 6:37.
Unless anybody wanted to pee on his hand again.
No, I'm all good.
All of him.
He had nothing for us, so.
He said if you come back tomorrow, he'll find you.
Yeah, he had nothing for us tonight.
Yeah, he said he had to play the political games today, and tomorrow he'll have actual answers because, you know, if you dig too quickly, people get defensive.
You know any good taverns around here, Val?
Yeah, in the Beaded Alley, there's a few.
Let's go.
As we leave Harold's, I'll tell everybody, so can I give them directions to whatever the ocean-based one was?
The Ocean's Wave?
Yeah, the Ocean's Wave.
Yeah, you would. That one's actually in the larboard light. It's just on the difference.
Oh.
I put it in the gilded, but it's
No, I thought it was in the beaded.
It's in the beaded. It's on the border of. It's right here on the border of the beaded in the oceans and the larboard light. It's the Ocean's Wave because it has a really good view of the ocean waves.
So there's like the Fireside Alley. I don't remember the name of it.
Let me pull those notes back up.
That one in the Beaded Alley I stayed at last night.
The Fire's Way is up close to Harold's. The Ocean's Relief is the one that's on the border in between the larboard light and the Beaded Alley, and then the Wake's Night is in the Beaded Alley around. It's about halfway between the fires, the other two.
There are two. There's the one I stayed at last night. It's a short trip north of here in the Beaded Alley. It's decent, middle of the road. Tavern owner's a nice lady. And then there's another one in the Gilded Esplanade.
No, not Gilded. It's Beaded Alley.
Beaded Alley, border of the Gilded. That direction, he points.
Yeah.
Val knows what he's talking about. I don't. I can give you directions to both. I have to go meet my sister.
Ooh.
I see.
Yeah, I don't want to, but apparently she's been following us around all day. I don't know why. It's not... He looks increasingly frustrated at having to walk around the Esplanade all day. Family. Dealing with Harold, having to be patient. It's all starting to wear on him, and he's at the point where y'all can tell Val's getting irritated.
Val doesn't like these places.
No, he doesn't like being patient. I don't know why she's been following us around, but I have to make sure it stops, because, again, we're here to do crime. I can't stress that enough. And I don't need people like that getting in trouble by association. So, I'm going to a temple in the docks area, Larboard Light. I mean, I guess you're welcome to come along if you'd like to. I'm not going to stop you. But it is a little late. Here are the directions to the two taverns. Take your pick. Tell me which one you're going to.
There's the soul art, by the way, because chat's talking about it.
I love him.
So you guys have the option to go to the tavern, any of the two taverns he suggested, or technically you said they can go with you?
Yeah. I'm leaving it up to y'all.
What do you guys
do? You
do?
want to have a late night and go meet my punk-ass sister, or do you want to go to a tavern?
Tavern.
I want to meet your sister.
So Mistress is going. X is going to the tavern.
I'm gonna go to the tavern.
Soul is going to the tavern.
I
All
have
of
to
them.
copy down spells.
Oh shit! Hold on.
All of them. That's not a whorehouse.
All of them. That's his hand again.
Yep.
Okay, so Aladdin, Mistress, and Val are going to go to this Temple of Cord. Soul, Exa, since you guys are going to the tavern, which tavern are you picking? The Fire's Way or the Ocean's sorry. Fire's Way or the... Fuck, so many notes. Wake's Night.
How is
Oh, Ocean's Relief.
spelled?
N-I-G-H-T. Ocean's Relief, sorry, he didn't tell you about the Wake's Night.
Okay.
Ocean's Relief for fires.
The Fire's Way or the Ocean's Relief. Ocean's Relief has a beautiful view of the ocean. The Fire's Way is just a cozy tavern.
I go with the ocean view.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
We'll describe that. Yeah, we'll describe that too when they get done. And we'll pick up next session because it's 10:56 with meeting Val's sister at the Temple of Cord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, shopping episode.
Yeah.
Again.
As they say, Liddy and Titty.
Up top.
Wow.
I
Glad you're
assume.
not coming to misogynize my sister.
Yeah, you're not.
That wasn't.
In general.
I was just talking about this session as Liddy Titty.
I'm joking.
It was. I got magic in me. I've got the magic in me.
Nothing yet, but next session I'll have
buy.
I got a new.
Yeah, that's the one thing. You guys didn't have money.
Cast iron pot.
You guys didn't have money, but I knew you were going to want to shop. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to have to like make stores, but they don't have enough to afford the city.
A friend.
It's not even that I don't have enough to afford anything, but there's nothing I can buy either.
I assume these are warp pipes and
There's nothing I need.
just around the city.
Please go
Ooh,
down.
I want to see if those. Remind me next time to check if the moon statues fucking go into some like a secret underground system.
So I need you to go down one of those quote unquote Mario warp pipes.
Oh, I will.
Because I know what's down there.
Oh, I will. No, I won't. That wouldn't make sense.
What are the Mario warp pipes?
Can I tell him, Jake?
Sure.
If you would've told us.
Out of game, would Val tell them?
I mean, I know.
If we passed one,
Would
I
Val
would've
know?
asked
Let's
about
put it that way.
Actually, that's a good question. Hang on, let me see if Val would know.
What are the Mario warp pipes?
On the map, these like red circles that I'm pinging right here.
I guess it depends on if that adventure
The
hook
steam
is actually in
vents?
your game or
there.
not.
Probably not.
Steam vents
You have.
for a whole
There's
city?
one thing. Yeah.
The things that are listed on the map as steam vents.
Oh, I didn't see the. I didn't.
And
see
technically,
I'm not looking at the whole
so
thing.
Val, it's not a it's not a thing because technically it hasn't. The other city hasn't happened yet.
What?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So it does say unknown to most citizens.
Yes. You wouldn't know, and even
Yes,
then, like it's not relevant because it hasn't happened yet.
Well, no, just the existence in general is unknown to most citizens. Because it does exist.
It does, but
The adventure hook hasn't happened yet.
no. For anybody who's wondering what's down there,
point in
watch Mighty Nine and remember when they're in Nicodranus, and you'll remember what's down there.
And Nicodranus, and this is
Port Damali. Yep.
Port Damali.
But
Yeah,
if you
it's the same system.
no, well, just remember what they did in Nicodranus.
I remember what they do on the ground.
I remember what they did in Nicodranus.
Yeah, the guy who's never watched
Yeah.
the Critical Role.
There's only like 3 of us who watch Critical Role.
That's
Tell
a
me what it is.
good part. Another good part.
Well,
is
who we
the
rating
fight.
tonight? It's
The good part is I'm gonna go
I'm
drink
reading
some tea.
Cody.
okay.
Have fun, Benjamin.
Good night,
And
Ben.
he's off
I am very
talking
hungry.
about.
I haven't consumed anything today other than a slice of cold
Not
pizza
Ruby
and
the Sea.
pussy.
There's actually a there was an actual thing that they did while in Nicodranus besides steal a ship.
Yes, JR.
They did 2 very terrible things in Nicodranus.
Yes.
One of them was still a ship.
Yes, underground. They did something underground.
Do we want to raid Madame Gandalf?
I think
Because she has 69 years.
No, she has 71.
It shows 69 for me, okay?
Well, it's 71 when I select the channel to raid.
69.
Well,
I know.
Ruby of the Sea is definitely underground.
well, Ruby of the Sea does some things like that.
I remember what it
choose.
is, guys. It
Thanks
was
for
a
watching.
good battle.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you
Hope you
for
all have a good
watching.
night.
Check out
See you guys
Heartwood, please.
Tuesday.
Oh,
Please check out
Tuesday.
Heartwood. I'm just repeating everything Bo's saying.
Can't wait to get to that library.
It was really cool when Jake's late. No.
Yeah, I mean that's not wrong.
It was really cool. Warlocks are the best class.
We're
I
off.
saw that. I saw that, Bo.